So just a quick little background. For the purpose of the story, we're going to start with no equipment, and we're going to be level 1. We have a tiefling warlock, we have a half-elf rogue, and a... Are you halfling bard?
Halfling bar.
Okay. And if you guys want to introduce your characters a little bit, you can, or I can do it for you.
I'm a wood elf.
Okay. Is that all you want to tell us?
I'm a wood elf.
Oh yeah, you're not half-elf, you're wood elf. That's correct. James, you want to introduce your character and tell us a little bit about it?
My character's name is Unifira. It's the first bard I've ever played, but I've always wanted to be the silly bard.
All right. John, do you want to give us a little?
Oh yeah, I'm a wood elf rogue. You know, yeah.
Whose
Here to
name is?
steal the- Oh yeah, you know that guy, the Binkus.
Okay.
I'm here to steal all the sparkly dude heads and throw them at people.
Nathan, do you want to introduce your character?
My name's Ike. I'm a tiefling warlock, and yeah, that's all I'm gonna give you right now.
Okay, sounds good. Do you guys want me to give any details of your characters or no?
Ike doesn't know how to pronounce tiefling, so
Doesn't know how to pronounce his own race.
Tiefling, tomato.
Now, these tokens aren't exact representations of what their characters look like. So, Mr. Ike actually has purple skin, and I don't remember what color hair.
Silver.
So these tokens aren't exactly what their characters are, but they're all I could find. So I think John's is probably pretty similar to his, Mr. Binku, and James picked his, so I hope he's happy with it.
Perfect.
All right, so our D&D scenario for this campaign is going to be called Outcast. So, you wake up to the sound of loud banging on your door and a gruff man yelling, "Wake up, you scum, we're here." The smell of the sea and filth is immediately present. You open your eyes to see a light-filled entryway with bulky, shadowy figures standing in the middle of it. "We're at your new home," he chuckles. You immediately recognize the feel of metal shackles around your wrists and ankles. You feel the weight of another person pulling on you with every movement. Men clad in chainmail with short swords at their waist and rough leather caps walk in and grab the three of you, for the purpose of our story right now, and roughly shove you out onto the deck of a small boat. You see nothing but water and what appears to be a rocky horizon in the distance. The guards haul you all onto your feet, walk you towards the edge of the boat. A priest nearby says, "You have been found guilty of crimes against the crown. Therefore, you are all exiled to this miserable land where you will starve and die. May the gods have mercy on you in your next life." As he says this, the shackles are unlocked and you are pushed overboard into the water. As you are falling off the boat, you hear the guard say, "Welcome to the Forbidden Lands." What do you do?
I swim to land.
I also swim to land.
I would like to swim, please.
Don't want to try to do anything to the boat or any of that?
No.
I mean, isn't it going away?
It is going away swiftly.
I'm not faster than a ship, so I swim to the thing that's not moving away from me.
Okay.
Pretty logic.
It's the land.
Okay, so when I move this player markers, did it automatically move you guys to the shore or no?
What if
I am,
just-
yes.
You're on this shore where you see the goblins and the beach and everything?
Yes, I don't
Yep.
see token though.
Okay. You may have to drag your token on there. Will it let you do that, or do I need to do that for you?
I can do it.
I don't see it.
Like, is it in your journal over there?
Journal. Can I do that?
Yeah,
You
if
should
click
see your
on name and
character.
drag. I can also drag you.
Nathan, will it let you grab yours and drag it?
I think someone's gonna have to drag me.
Okay.
Okay.
James has control of everyone's characters, so if you ever need him to do something, you guys need to be smaller than this. You'll be like,
I don't know why it made us huge.
I don't. It's just because that's what the base token is set to. Whatever size I select it, it doesn't let me like. So I have to edit it as I go. Okay, we've got 2 Johns now. I'm gonna delete one.
James, you might be designated.
I can't use that one. And whatever that one is right there, I can't use it.
Yeah, if we have to, someone can move Nathan's character and do things. If the tablet boy can't make it work,
Delete the other one because I can't.
I deleted one of them. You should be good now.
I can't.
Oh.
I can't touch it.
I bet if I drag it, he can't do it.
I figured it out though. So
Oh,
There, try now.
yeah, I got it.
yeah, because I think they're the only ones that have control of their characters, actually.
Nate, try yours.
I'm not even gonna try to drag my guy. I'm gonna be really honest.
Try it.
Just try it, see if it works.
Uh,
If it doesn't, then we'll go from there.
no, I fucked up my whole shit now.
Okay.
So someone's gonna have to take care of Nathan.
I'll take care of it.
I'm sorry.
I try to select it, and my whole thing moves off the map. I don't know what I.
It's got to be something to do with the touch screen. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just trash. That's all.
I got salt water in my ears.
I'm still in the ocean.
Okay. Are we all on shore? Are we seeing the scene
Yeah,
that's
I
in
made
front
it
of
to
us?
shore. I made it to shore. I'm good.
All right. You arrive on shore and see a path with a fork in the road, north or south. You also see what appears to be 3 goblins and a 4th goblin lying dead in the road. Would we like to talk to the goblins? Would we like to fight the goblins? What would we like to do?
Wait,
They're
did I
just-
say that information wrong?
They're just standing there observing their dead friend and chatting about it. You hear the sounds of, what happened? What are we going to do? What's our plan? What happened to our friend Stub here?
Hey, Tiefling man, can you speak Goblin? 'Cause I can't.
No, I don't speak Goblin. Our dwarf fan speaks Goblin, unfortunately, and he's not here.
They speak common for the purposes of what we're
They
doing
speak
right now.
common?
Yes.
Can we?
Okay.
Can I walk? Is this a rock in front of them?
You see the path?
Yeah. Can I walk up behind this big rock though that's before the path and just try to listen in on their conversation?
Absolutely.
I want to do that.
Can you give me a perception check to see what you hear?
Okay. How do I do that?
Should be character sheet,
Okay.
and then you should be able to click on your skill perception.
Hang on. I don't know that I want to do that. Oh yeah, I want to try it. I want to try it.
Okay.
It's a 3.
And since you're hidden, I won't make you make a stealth check. Wait, what? It's a 3. Why isn't it showing it in chat?
Wait, what?
Did you click on your character sheet?
Oh.
Actually, click on the skill. It should do a roll.
Did it work?
No. Let me pull it up. Make sure you're in the right place.
Well, I clicked on it on my thing. Okay.
So you see perception and you clicked on it,
I clicked on the box. Yeah.
and but it didn't do this.
It didn't do.
You have to actually, you should have like an actual like persuasion when you hover. It should be almost like a hyperlink, and you should be able to click on it. Like it should turn red.
I don't. Oh boy.
I can roll it for you if you need. If you can do it, it helps.
Perception, or is
Do what?
Is it
There it
perception
went.
or persuasion?
Perception.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so you roll a 20. Let me roll for them real quick.
Our boy critted.
So I'm gonna roll a d20.
Gibby has a -5.
Ooh, okay, so they only got a 4. So you hear them talking about what happened to their friend here. That freaking human, it just rolled up on us out of nowhere and just sliced our buddy's head off here. I don't know if we want to go back to where we just came from. City to the south, Vile, man. That's a horrible place. It seems like there's a lot of terrible, terrible humies there. Maybe we want to go north and try salvation? And that's the extent of the conversation that they're having while you're listening.
Okay, so I don't have anything right now, do I? I just washed up on store.
We don't have any equipment, so think about that before you fight things.
So I vote we go south towards the goblin hating human city.
You do have to go past. They're both human cities, so
Oh,
One
we
of-
have to go past them. I thought you meant we could go south on the beach.
no, yeah, because it's all going to be cliffside. These are the only 2 paths. You'll have to go up the path past the goblins. So you either have to try to talk to them or go past them, or
All right.
What
I approach the goblin.
okay. Do you want to talk to the lead one there, or
Yeah, I'll talk to this guy right here on the cliff.
friends? Humi, what's going on here? Where you come from?
Hello. I've only just arrived from a great swim across the ocean.
You swim across great water?
Yes, I'm a very good swimmer, legendary in my homeland.
Wow, legendary Humi swimmer. That's impressive. Hey, you see our friend here?
Do you mean the stain on the ground?
Yes, he died. Humi's south, very angry. Kill lots of people. Kill gobos.
They kill people and gobos?
They kill everything.
Oh,
They just like to kill.
what? Did you go too close to them?
Well, we were part of their camp, but we decided we wanted to leave. They don't like it when people leave. They kill people. They chase them down and kill people that leave.
Ooh.
Okay. What's this other path to the north lead to?
That city, we think it calls Salvation. We talked to a few people in Vile, which is the other Humi city where they kill our friend. They call it Salvation. We don't know what there. We thinking about going there, but we haven't decided yet.
Okay.
Okay,
Well-
no.
Hey guys, they say there's a friendly city to the north or a death trap city to the south. What do you
No, time
think?
out. Listen, if we go to the one that's actually called Salvation, I think it's a play. I don't know.
Pardon my friend for staying behind the rock, but he's very scared of goblins, so.
Come on.
Yeah, they
Doesn't look
can't.
much.
They can't hear the where. They just hear a voice. They don't know what that's coming from, and they get spooked a little bit.
Here, let me see if I can get him to come out. Hey, Ike, can you come closer?
Yeah, someone's gonna have to pick me up to move
Okay.
me.
Okay, right. Sorry,
He is an old man with
he
poor
has
strength.
No strength, so yeah, he can't really move on his own.
Oh, me understand. We have lots of crippled gobby where we come from. He kind of similar to our dead friend here, huh?
Yeah.
He kind of floated here.
I mean, it's a good thing he chose to be a sorcerer, or well, kind of was born a sorcerer. I don't guess you really choose that, but yeah, swinging an axe isn't really this guy's profession.
Maybe get him stick to help him walk.
You know, that's a great idea.
I'm a 6'6", 250-pound warlock. Can't move, so I'm just like basically a tree that doesn't know how to move.
What your name?
My name's Unafira. This is Ike.
What about you?
And I don't know what the rogue's name is.
What rogue?
I swear I left him around here somewhere. Mr. Rogue!
What rogue? What is rogue? They get spooked again, and they get a little bit more nervous.
Okay, he's really sneaky, but I promise you he's friendly.
Okay, if you say so. We trust you, weird halfling.
Hey, can you come out so you don't scare them anymore? They seem fine.
Would you guys like to make another insight check to see if they're lying and see if they are telling you things that are incorrect about the two camps?
I want to bag one of these guys.
Oh boy.
I'll go and do that insight check.
If you want to try to bag one of the goblins, you're gonna have to make me, what would it be? A strength check at disadvantage to try to get a bag over his head. Because he knows you're coming up, so it's gonna be at disadvantage.
Wait,
Damn it, John! You should have stayed behind.
Or would it be athletics?
you're telling me the guy with -3 strength modifier is gonna make a strength check at disadvantage.
If that's what he wants to
Go
do.
for it, bro. Go for it, bro.
I would just like to know what the party would. I think we should grab one of these little bastards and take a run with it.
You could just ask him questions and do an insight check to see if he's lying or not.
I'm gonna say no to that idea. And if you attempt to do that, I'm gonna say
John?
this is all you.
John,
And
what's your strength?
I will disappear. I am a neutral, buddy. I got 10 strength.
Well, that sounds like more than enough to grab one of these little fuckers.
It's gonna be against their strength. At disadvantage.
I don't know. They don't look very strong, John. I think we can take them.
I think you have my profession confused.
The goblins are hearing your conversation as you aren't being very quiet, and they're getting more spooked and more anxious. They're starting to worry that you might be wanting to fight them.
Would you guys like to hear a song?
Sure, we like song. You know Gabo
Okay.
song?
Oh gosh, Gabo song.
Maybe you can teach him.
It might cheer us up after our friend Stub died.
Your friend oh, that's the Stain's name, Stub.
Yes, that's Stub. He's
Okay.
Stub. Me Dub, says the leader of that appears to be the leader of the group.
Guys, I
You
don't
gotta
know any
conjure up a
Goblin
song
songs.
quick.
Make
You
one
need to
up.
conjure one up.
Make one up.
Opam Gangnam Style. Da, 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 da,
Give me a performance
da,
check.
da, da, da.
To see how well they take your song.
I'm going to assist him in that by dancing.
Okay, give me a performance check.
Okay,
I still can't move. I'm trying to do the wave.
Is that from both of us or just him?
You give me one too. See how good your dancing is.
Let me see. Where
I'm not giving you one. I know
I'm
I
a
can't.
-1 by
Okay.
the way, but I'm still doing it anyways.
Oh, yours did. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
Wolfgang
they
7.
they kind of like your song. It's okay. They've never heard this weird song before. It doesn't sound like Gabbo's song to them, but they're okay with it. The dancing they like quite a bit though. They're starting to dance themselves. They ask, "You have instrument to play? You do something
No.
besides just sing?"
No, sadly, I don't have any
Oh,
instruments with me. I
no.
don't have any possessions.
What kind of bard have no instrument?
They're saying
Uh,
that this guy is their friend and they're dancing around his dead body like nothing just happened to him. Are you kidding me?
They're goblins,
Uh,
dude. Their
Maybe
people
more
die all the
suspicious,
time.
but,
They're weaklings.
Seems fishy.
Their people die all the time.
I
I
don't.
think
I
they
don't.
did.
My apologies. I don't have any possessions with me. The great swim across the ocean left me with basically nothing.
Okay, well when you find music, you bring music to us?
Absolutely, I love bringing music to people.
Okay, we like you. You friend. We no fight.
Oh, thank you.
So we
So-
let you through. One thing, if you do go south, can you try to find person who killed Stub?
Sure. What does he look like?
We don't know. He sneak up on us while we sleeping. You see our tent?
Oh,
We in tent, and he sneak up and kill. And actually, we not sure if he came from south now that we think about it. He just in our tent kill our friend.
wait.
See?
Do you? Okay. So, do you remember any smells or sounds?
He
Did he
smell like
cheese?
he smell like forest.
He smelled like forest. Okay.
Which one did they say the forest was, north or south?
There are lots of forest.
Oh. He's a little sneaky bastard.
I sorry, we
I'm
kind of
making-
just we wake up to him screaming, and then big, so very tall, much bigger than Gabbo, shadow walk away.
I'll make
Can
an
I-
insight check.
We don't know why he killed.
I would like to check the body.
You want an insight check?
Yeah.
Okay.
Check,
Should I
please.
investigate it?
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Let me check the goblins. What would be deception?
Oh, wrong.
What?
Sorry.
Perception is charisma. Yeah.
It's charisma. Okay,
I didn't mean to
So-
put that. Can you delete it?
it's okay. I don't care if it's there.
There we go.
So the goblin gets a 15 minus 1. It gets a 14 on its deception check.
Dang.
So you have no clue whether they're lying or not.
Okay. Well. Cool.
We let you through though. If you want to go north or south, we just ask that you try to find who killed friend.
You know what? If I run across them, I will bring them to justice.
Okay, just remember, he big scary guy.
Big scary guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary.
Big scary.
So we know it's a guy.
And he smells like forest.
He smell like forest.
Ask him if he's bigger than me.
Is he bigger than the crippled?
Let me check real quick.
I'm 6'5".
He little bit shorter than you.
Ooh, okay. So big dude. All right.
Yeah.
That's
If you want, you can investigate friend body to see if you can find anything that might give you more ideas.
Okay.
Ooh, I want to
Okay.
investigate.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
I did.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's low. Yeah, you just see a splattered head. That's it. Same for John. You just see a splattered head,
Okay.
dead goblin body. Nothing.
I'll try to.
So,
Interesting.
Can I ask you a question?
Oof.
Is that their roll on the right and ours on the left?
No, your roll is the left. The right is at advantage. So if it was at advantage, you would get that roll. Can anyone rule lawyer me for why this might be at advantage?
Ooh, because they're letting us, and it's right in front of us, and there's no distractions.
Okay, I'll take that. James will take your roll at advantage. Let me pull up one thing real quick again here. Advantage is like, so
Okay.
you can get advantage on stuff based on situations. So, like he just lawyered there. Like, there's no distractions. They're letting you do it. No one's bothering you. You have plenty of time to check it, is one you could have given me. You could literally look at it all day if you wanted.
It's broad daylight. Yeah.
Broad daylight, yeah. So disadvantage would be, say, like it's dark, they're trying to hide the body, stuff like that. And then if it's just normal, it'd be normal. So if you ever feel like rule lawyering me where you think it might be at advantage, feel free to go ahead and try. So he have weird string on him. It looked like it from Gabo fishing net. and then the head looks like it's been completely severed clean, as if by a very strong, burly man with an axe.
I do
Okay.
Max. Yeah.
Okay. So big man with axe who smells like forest.
And also,
So
we
in
think have net.
Okay.
he's a
So
fisherman.
we're looking for a fisherman lumberjack. Got it.
Maybe.
Are we sure it wasn't Ike?
Gabo don't know.
Do I look like a lumberjack?
Please.
It wasn't one of you, was it?
No. It definitely wasn't the.
You
cripple
sure?
who
You
could
did
hurt
sneak
anyway.
up out of nowhere.
No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
But none of you have axe, I guess, or net. So I guess you okay.
We don't have no damn weapons, you little goblin.
I mean, with how little I know about goblin music, do you really think I'm capable of this?
Okay, do you guys have any other questions or anything else you'd like to ask the goblins?
The safe town was to the north, right?
It was called Salvation.
Salvation.
And they said that they came from the town to the south where they like to kill people.
I was asking them that,
Going south.
but
Gabo, yes. Gabo say yes. North town we heard is safe. We know been there. But south town we definitely been. Lots of angry people. Kill lots of things.
okay.
Well, if we're
and
gonna find lumberjack fishermen, we gotta go south, I feel like.
well, and you didn't see which way the lumberjack fishermen went.
No, we too worried about dead friend. We cry.
Are there any tracks around?
Ooh, give me a nature check.
I don't feel like I need to be the one doing those because I don't. Whoa.
Just depends on your skills. If he got a bad roll, you could at least attempt it too. You notice that there are lots of goblin tracks, obviously. There also are some boot tracks, but there's boot tracks that lead in both directions, so you're not sure.
I'm doing it.
It doesn't give you a whole lot more information. I mean, the 15's pretty high, so that's pretty close to as much information as you can get. You would need like a nat 20 to get more.
Is there any way we can investigate the boot tracks?
You can, yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Or do we just want to try to follow them?
It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna
Well,
do
we
this.
have literally all day.
Oh!
If you want to investigate, you
Oh.
can.
He gets a 21 on his investigation
All right,
check.
well,
Okay, you notice that the boot tracks going south are very large, while as the boot tracks going north are a little bit smaller.
Yep, we're going south, boy. I'm making an executive decision as the tree that cannot move, and your asses are carrying me south to go find the burly fisherman with the
Is that
big
what the
axe.
party wants to do? Go towards the town of killers? The camp of killers?
All right, sir. Do you agree with the guy with polio here?
Mr. Bard, you need to jump on my back and play us a song that will make my legs dance us down the path to the south.
Someone needs to get a haste spell so that he can move.
Oh, you can sing us a song and act like an instrument so that my feet will move us south.
Yeah, we could just leave him here. You know,
I mean,
the goblins.
I do speak thieves' cant, but
Ooh, Gabo no like tiefling. Don't leave here.
Okay, sorry.
They won't care.
He big scary.
I was merely pulling his leg, you know, because he barely has them.
Oh, haha, good joke. Take inspiration.
Wait,
James
did I-
has inspiration.
Awesome.
Add it to your character sheet. I like the joke. All right, so what are we doing? We going north or south? Salvation or Vile?
We're gonna go south since the red purple tree wants it.
We're going to Vile.
Mr. Bard, can you please
Alrighty.
sing us a song that will move me faster?
Let me.
I am not your trained monkey, and you will have to pay me for music unless
That's
I
not
feel
what
like
you
it.
said when I swam us to shore.
Really thinking about leaving you here, sir.
When you jumped on my shoulders and I swam us ashore.
We only just met. You're not that good of a friend.
Okay, I'm gonna get your tokens moved to the next map.
I'm gonna show you. Spring.
Well, I got the players moved to the next map, so you should see this encampment.
Yep.
Okay, so this isn't showing who's here. This is just a layout of the camp. I'm gonna explain to you who's kind of here and what happens. Okay?
Okay.
I'm annoyed that you have to move your tokens onto the map every time. That's very frustrating. I don't know why
Are we
that's
on the
a thing.
south or the west?
You're on the. You'd be on the other side, so you'd be coming from the west over there. Because it'd be going down south, and then you'd be going east into the encampment.
You guys
Yeah,
are giants.
Yeah.
Nephi,
It doesn't
Nephi.
it doesn't matter unless you guys decide to fight things. Then it'll matter. You'll need to be like the size of the square, basically. But for now, it won't matter. All right. So You guys, we'll say you guys are kind of on the edge of the trees here looking at the town. So you can see kind of the wall here on the northwest side. And then you can see that there's an opening. And that's all you got. And you see that there's a couple guards, what look like guards, posted at the entrance that you're looking at there. They have some swords, they have some leather armor. It looks like it's made out of various animal skins, maybe some monster skins. You're not sure really what they're made out of. They're very big men. And then there's one small goblin with them as well, talking to them about their duties and kind of how they slacked off last night. If you want more than that, you'll have to give me a perception check.
Bet.
Unless you want to try to... I mean, it's day, so stealth is going to be kind of difficult. You can maybe approach the wall and try to hide and listen in.
I gave
I'm
you
not really good
perception
at
check.
hiding, boys.
Oh, you gave me a perception check? Oh, I see it. Okay. So what you hear is the goblin is basically telling them that they slacked off. They fell asleep at their post last night. They need to be very careful because of all of the people that they're upsetting with what they're killing and the monsters that they're hunting and the people that they're hurting. So they need to be on guard at all times. It's very important with the way their society works.
What?
The goblin's angry at them for falling asleep at their watch, and he's basically iterating why it's so important for them to not fall asleep at their post.
Huh.
And it's because they've basically made a lot of people angry because they do so much killing.
Should we talk to the guards?
It's up to you guys.
What do you think?
Well, what's the alternative? Walk away from this camp we just walked to, or start punching random people?
It's either walk up and try to talk to the guards or go back.
I think we walk up and try to talk to the guards.
Find a way in?
All right.
Find a way in without the
James
guards?
walked up and talked to the guards.
You
The
stupid bard.
bigger man immediately grabs you. Give me a strength check.
Oh, this will be fun.
Yeah, this will be fun.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Let me roll a die real quick.
So what is
Get the heck off of me!
You unhand me.
All right, he fails to grapple you, but he draws his sword and points it at you. Who are you and where do you come from?
Whoa, easy there, fella, easy. I just swam across the ocean. No big deal.
You didn't swim across the ocean. You were dropped off by the prisoner boat. We know how this works.
I don't know what you're talking about. What boat?
The boat that we were all dropped off on.
I mean, maybe these other two guys that I'm with, I just met them, but I definitely swam.
Give me a deception check.
Okay.
Let that charisma shine, baby.
Ooh, you lie to him. You really swam across the ocean? Are you some kind of merfolk?
Well, see, I'm a champion swimmer, and once when I was really young, a druid blessed me and said that I would be one with the ocean forever.
I don't believe this. You have to have some sort of magic item. Give it to me. And he walks closer to you and points his sword at you.
I turn out my pockets and say, I have nothing. The great swim, I couldn't carry anything.
I still don't believe you. Go get Strangle.
Go get who?
A man walks up, and he is a very large, burly man. Let me pull up his description real quick so that I can be correct on this. All right. So a man walks up. He has a grin on his face that makes it look like he is permanently in a good mood, but you can see that there's kind of a little bit of anger, hate. You're not really sure exactly what the emotion is, but you can tell it's not a genuine happy smile. He has jet black hair, and he has a long gray streak running through the front of it into his ponytail. He has rough clothes made of what appears to be a variety of animal furs and skins. He has 2 long swords behind his back and 2 daggers at his waist.
Okay.
And you just heard them call him Strangle.
Hi, Strangle. My name's Unafira.
Who are you and what are you doing here?
I just told you. My name's Unafira.
I don't believe you. Why would you
okay.
give me your real name? We don't go by real names here.
Okay, maybe you should give me a fake name?
Your fake name depends on what you've done, how you killed someone.
Well, I can't say I've ever killed anybody, but I did swim across the ocean.
So you're not a killer?
I'm more of a swimmer.
Well, we don't want your kind here. We only want trained killers here.
Oh, okay.
This camp is for those that have killed.
Okay, can you point me towards the camp of people who haven't killed?
Well, there is that camp up there at the north, but I don't know if you want to be there. And he looks at his friends at his sides, gives them a quick chuckle, and then looks back at you.
What's wrong with the northern camp?
They tend to get attacked quite frequently. He gives another chuckle.
I am getting the feeling that I may be near their attackers.
No, why would you think that?
You seem to find it funny when they get attacked.
It is funny. They're all just a bunch of regular low-life criminals. We're the real trained killers here.
I see. Well,
They aren't good enough for our city. For our
is there
camp.
Like you fit in up
anywhere?
north side.
Is there anywhere where a bard may earn some coin?
Maybe that sissy city up to the north, Salvation.
You mean you don't like music here?
Sounds like you'd fit in, Mr.
We
Bard.
we do enjoy a tune from time to time, but mostly we like hearing the tales of our kills.
Seeing as I just met you, I couldn't give you the tales of your kills. I apologize.
Well, I would say that if you do want to trade with us, or if there is anything you would like to buy, or if you're looking to do some work, we could use you for that. But we can't let you stay here if you aren't a trained killer.
Okay. What do you guys think? They seem reasonable.
We do have some tasks that we don't want to take care of ourselves.
You know, and they may not mean killing humans.
Well, there'd definitely be killing involved.
We
If
provide
I-
us equipment to complete the job.
That's what I was gonna say.
We can equip you here.
However, what if we complete the task for our bard friend here, and he can stay on our account?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, I don't really know what he means either.
Well, this man said that he doesn't want anybody that's not a trained killer in the camp. So
If you're killers, you can come on in, but this bard has already admitted that he's not as much.
Can we vouch for him on this journey?
He's already told me he's not a killer.
Oh. But what if we do the task for you and let him stay on our accord?
I won't let you stay unless you're trained killers. If you work for me, though, you might possibly earn your keep. Just be aware that we have rules, and you may not like them. It sounds like your bard friend would fit in better with the sissies up there at Salvation.
I'm a thief. I'm not a murderer.
So you are not a trained killer either.
Don't get me wrong. I'm pretty good in a fight.
But you've never, say, killed a person.
Why would I
Or
do that? It ends
another elf.
the income, my friend.
Sometimes there's a lot of income to be earned from killing.
I can vouch for that.
So, my tiefling friend, are you a trained killer?
I would say that I've done a few of that in my day.
You've murdered fellow tieflings or humans, or what have you killed?
I've
Give me
murdered
your
for
count.
coin. Murder for coin doesn't matter what, who, how, or why.
What was your most recent kill? How did you do the deed?
Oh, sir, you're not gonna get that information out of me so easily.
Well, I can't give you your nickname if you don't give me that. And we don't call people by their past names. We don't call them by their noble birth names.
Can I do an intimidation on this one? Can I try to intimidate him?
If you can. If you want.
Hang on, let me look. Wait.
I'll have to pull up his stats real quick.
Oh, I don't think
More
that's-
charisma too.
Never mind, that's a -2.
He has
That's
pretty terrible stats in general. Yes.
I mean, you could just tell him what you killed or what you murdered, unless you're lying to him.
Oh.
If you're actually a killer, you can just tell him. If not, we're going to do deception.
I don't.
You can try to lie to him and just tell him that you did it and you actually haven't. And we can do a deception check.
I don't think that's gonna work either for me.
It's up to you.
What if? Let's try to do a deception.
Okay, hit me with a deception check. I haven't seen what he got yet. Let me check here. Would this be investigation, James, or perception?
For the bandits.
For the guy that I'm rolling for that he's trying to deceive. Or insight.
Or insight.
Insight.
Either one. Oh.
I'm sorry, I don't believe that you're a trained killer. I can't let you in unless you actually are.
How do you think that I came to be imprisoned by this people anyway?
I don't know. Maybe something that some of those people up at Salvation did. Stealing, sleeping with a noble woman, any of the other crimes that the nobles say that we've committed.
That reminds me, I am a killer. I'm a killer.
You just told me you weren't.
Sorry, I forgot. I
What-
just remembered I'm a killer.
What was your kill? How did you do the deed?
See, her name was Jessica, and we talked all night, and I swooned my way into her bed, so they gave me the nickname Lady Killer in court.
Sounds believable.
So I'm Lady Killer.
Okay, well you can stay here if you would like.
Perfect, thank you.
That's your new name, Lady Killer. Add that to your character background and bio sheet if you haven't already.
Oh my god.
Oh, this is fried.
John, do you want to try to...
Let the bard in for slaying a woman.
That sounds like a very believable tale.
What if I
A
slayed
bard
fish?
seducing a noble?
It's not as believable as that.
What did you do?
I slayed a fish.
That's not a human. We don't care about
As
killing
a
fish.
snake
We don't care about
in-
fishermen here.
I swam a mighty shark that tried to attack.
We have no use for fishermen.
I'm not a fisherman, I'm a slayer of sharks.
We have no
How about a
use for shark
spy?
killers. We have no use for spies.
You want to kill people so bad.
That's our code. We are the killers that were sent here by the nobles.
How did you come by this code?
Salvation would not let us in, so we founded our own civilization.
Oh. Interesting.
Lady Killer may come and go. You two, I'm sorry. Unless you have some sort of tale of a person you've slain.
Well, what if I told you the tale of how I left the order?
I don't know what the order is or what that does.
Oh my
I only
God.
care about your murders.
Stepping in the camp, stepping in the camp, stepping in
However, if you can't come in, we can equip you as long as you're willing to work for us.
I'm willing to work. Put me to work.
Okay. The work that we have various men who escape our camp, who decide they don't want to be a part of the vile camp anymore. And we have certain individuals, not unlike yourself. Most of them are already within the camp. They chase them down, and, well, you can imagine what we have them do with them.
Sounds like my kind of job.
So you want to do manhunts for us?
Absolutely.
Okay, we take them back, dead or alive.
Can I do a quick perception on this strangle dude? See if he kind of looks like the information we know about the goblins.
You want to do a perception check to see if he looks like what the goblins gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Ooh, that's pretty high. Let me get this guy pulled back up real quick. And let's do...
Nice cozy fire.
He does have some of the similar characteristics. You don't see an axe. He is a little shorter than the tiefling. He is a rather large, burly man. And his clothing is dark.
It's him, John.
It's not enough though. He's missing the axe. It's kind of important. Unless you can see that.
Can I investigate of where he's been recently? Can I ask him where he's been recently?
Why is that your business? He says. You aren't even a part of our society yet. You're just going to maybe do work for us. We don't even know yet.
Can you point me in the direction of the man that I need to work with?
What do you mean that you need to work with? You're speaking to him. I'm the leader of this camp.
So when's my assignment? Let's go.
You all accept an assignment? Do you work together? Do you speak for the whole group?
I speak for me. I don't speak for these guys.
Sorry, can't hear you from inside the camp.
Clearly, the bard has no intentions of wanting to work together on anything that we do.
Okay, outside of Dungeon Master, like right now. This is going to be a group quest, so you all kind of need to decide if you want to accept this or not. James is allowed to come and go from this camp as he would like. But unless you two want to tell him stories of what you've killed, John can still try a deception check if he wants to. You guys can't come in, and only James can come in here. Only Unifira. But this would be a group quest if you want to take it from him. It'd be a group job.
I'm just gonna do the job to get the equipment.
So you're willing to go kill these people that have escaped this camp to get your equipment from him? Or would you like to try to go to the other city, perhaps? The other camp?
I mean, I was
just
more
want
for the other city, just because.
This group is a bunch of murderers and killers, basically, is what you've learned. They're all the prisoners that were exiled for murder.
Don't do it.
These are the people that were exiled for murder. This camp. That's what it consists of. Salvation wouldn't let them in.
What if we bring him back someone that we killed?
Oh lord.
I mean, all he wants is a tale of who you've killed.
Do they have anybody that's tried to leave the camp?
So if you've killed anyone, you could just tell him that you killed them. He accepted James's story because it seemed very plausible. Unifira's story.
I mean, I killed the men that tried to keep me into the order that I belonged to. I had to fight my way out.
What is this order? He asks.
It's where I came from. It's the people that I belong to. It's the group of warlocks that controlled my life before I left.
And you slayed them to escape?
I slayed a few. I killed 3 on my way out.
How did you kill them? Did you use your warlock magic? Did you use a weapon of some sort? Because we've got the lady killer here.
At the time, I only had a crossbow with me. So I shot one, and then I had to run and try to kill the other 2 with my bare hands on the way out.
Ooh, you strangled one?
On the way out, though, I was crippled almost.
He looks very excited and gleeful at of hearing that you've strangled someone. Remember, his name is Strangle.
I used my bare hands to choke one and kill one, while the other one tried to stab me on the way out.
Okay.
Managed to kill one, bursted out the front door, and got tackled by the other one. I turned and kicked him in the face, and then shot him as I reloaded my crossbow.
Okay. We'll call you Strangle Jr.
Strangle Junior.
Yes, you strangled a man, you said, did you not?
I did.
Okay, well,
you
you...
tell me the story of how you strangled your man?
Ooh, I strangled both of my parents.
Oh. What made you do that?
Why would I tell you that?
Well, I mean, I am Strangle Junior.
Well, since you told me a little bit of your tale, I'll tell you a little bit of mine. They were very abusive parents. They didn't exactly like the line of work I was going into as a young adult. And so we had our spats. And one day they went too far.
Interesting.
Wait. If you strangled your parents and he strangled Junior, does that mean he gets to strangle you?
He can try.
Oh, I would pay to see that.
You have no coin.
Do what?
He has no coin to pay to see that. He's
I didn't
pockets
say
are
I would
empty.
pay in coin.
And you have no equipment to fight him anyway. Do you want to try to fight this man with no equipment?
I do not want to try to fight this man. This bard is trying to get me into fights that I do not want to be a part of, Mr. Strangler.
Okay.
Okay, lady killer out, going over here.
So are you guys going to take work or no?
I'm ready to take work.
Take work.
Okay. So the first thing we need you guys to do, there were a few goblins who escaped from our camp.
Fucking do it.
They ran away. And we need you to hunt them down. You can bring them back dead or alive. We prefer alive, because then we get to have our fun. But if you can bring back a token of each of their bodies, we'll accept that as well.
Why were these goblins trying to escape?
You asked too many questions for someone looking for work.
I accept that. That's a good response. I quote that response to you. Do you want the work and your equipment or not?
Yep.
Okay. Well, we will fully equip you. We'll bring all of your equipment that you need. Since both of you can come in and we'll equip you. Wood Elf, are you a killer of any sort, or would you like to come into our camp, or?
let you know after I get done murdering some goblins.
Okay. Well, we will still equip you. So it's at this point in our story that all three of you get your equipment. We already have them in your backpacks, so we don't have to worry about that. But you can use everything you have on your character sheets now.
Woo!
So while I'm in the while I'm inside the camp, I'd like to look around.
Okay. Is there anything specific you're looking for?
It looks like there's a large tent. What's there?
That's Strangle's tent. That's where he stays.
Okay. Is it open or shut?
It's shut.
It's shut. Okay.
I don't think you're going to be able to get in there without making him angry.
Okay. Cool.
I'd like him.
There are other tents. There are other people around. If you would like, I
I'm
can
gonna-
describe an NPC
Okay.
for you, and you can try to
So-
talk to them.
I would like to casually walk by and accidentally trip inside the tent.
You hear Strangle shout, "What are you doing over there, lady killer?"
I get a quick look around and then I try to scramble out.
Give me a perception check to see what you see.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
All you see is some furniture. He's got some parchment laid out on a table, a couple candles lit. That's about it.
Any axes?
Unfortunately, you don't see an axe in there.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I just tripped. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go in there.
That's private. Don't be going in there. That's my personal quarters.
Won't happen again, Mr. Strangle.
It better not. You'll have a fight on your hands.
Would
No,
want
I'd
that.
do that.
You're like 4 times my size. Why would I want to fight you?
Quit running the damn mouth then.
He laughs.
I'm a bard, sir. I get paid to run my mouth.
Just to let you all know, we have been here for many years, so we do have some people that could possibly have some information for you if you wanted to learn a little bit around the surrounding area, or if you have any questions. We especially have this old crazy man who you can talk to if you would like. We call him crazy, but he does know more than the rest of us. He's been here the longest. He was the previous leader until I took power.
I would like to talk to old crazy man.
How did you take power?
He really couldn't fight back. I didn't feel like killing an old man that couldn't fight back, so I just told him that I would be taking share of the leadership, and he was fine with that. He was tired of leading.
Aren't you?
I am, that's true, but this man had been good to me. He took me into this camp.
Fair enough.
So you want to talk to the old man?
I would like to talk to the old man.
Okay, you see an old man. He's sitting by the campfire there in the middle. He's got thin, white, wispy hair and a full, long, flowing beard and a walking stick. He walks up to you. The name's Shatter. How are you two doing? Tiefling and halfling?
Pretty good. I just got this cool new nickname.
What is it? What do they call you in our camp?
The Strangler Jr.
Strangler Jr. Okay. Seems lame to me, but I accept it.
And I'm the lady killer.
Oh, boy.
I like that one. How did you achieve that name? I'm assuming you killed your wife or something?
Oh, I seduced a queen into her bedchambers, and from then on, the story goes.
The story goes how? We're
It
going to
just
finish
goes.
that statement?
I did finish it. It just goes.
I'm assuming you killed her in some way, I guess.
Ooh. So much for that, lady killer.
Well, my name's Shatter. Would you like to know how I received that name?
Yes, please.
Well, you see, my old master that I used to learn from, he didn't like the spells I was starting to learn. I was starting to research into some of the more dark schools of magic. And, well, that didn't get along very well with me, so I froze him and shattered him to pieces.
Oh.
And that's when they exiled me from the school that I was studying at. And, well, they have more powerful mages than I, so they captured me.
How long ago was that?
Ooh, 50? 60 years? I don't know. I lose track of time as I am elderly.
Are we talking human years or dog years?
Can you not tell what I am by looking at me?
Honestly, if you're a mage, you could be an elephant and I wouldn't know.
This is Shatter.
I'm just talking crazy to the crazy old man.
Okay, let me pull up what his actual race is and stuff in case you're curious. He is a rock gnome.
A what?
A rock gnome. It's a subrace of gnomes.
Oh, so he's shorter than me.
Yes. I am very
Good.
small. Would you guys like any information?
I would like to know more about what he knows, if he knows anything more about the Strangler.
What's that? I can't hear you from the gate.
We don't question the Strangler. He is our leader. And it's Strangle. Get it right.
How did he come into power?
Did he not tell you this story? I was the former leader. And I was too old to lead. And I recognized that our leader needed to be powerful. And we held a brawl to see who would be the strongest of our group. And, well, he won.
How many challengers did he face?
10.
Strongest 10 men.
That's all we had here at the time. It was me, 10 other men, and Strangle. We're up to about 30 now. Well, the boat sends us more every month.
Any of those people ever been goblins?
Well, yes. I believe Strangle should have mentioned this. We had some goblins leave not too long ago. Strangle doesn't like it when people leave.
How many goblins were there?
4, I believe.
What was the reason for their leaving?
I need to know if it's the truth or not.
I wouldn't know.
How about an inside check?
Their will is their own. They do as they wish.
I'd like to inside check on that.
Insight check to see if he's lying or.
He's lying, yeah.
Let's see if he's lying.
Okay, give me an insight check.
Kablamo.
That's pretty good. Let me roll a d20 and then I'll add his modifier to it. Okay, you beat it.
Yeah.
He's not lying. He's telling you the truth to his knowledge.
Okay.
Would anybody around the camp know why they left? Did they have any friends here?
No, they tended to keep to themselves. Strangle gave them missions every now and then, but they are goblins. They don't normally associate with the other races. You know this, correct? I'm sure.
But why did they get accepted into the camp? Who had they killed before?
That is a good question. Goblins kill people all the time for various reasons. I'm not sure. One's name was Stub, and one's name was Dub. Take from that what you can.
Stub and Dub.
Remember, we are named for our kills.
Yeah, I wonder what you killed to get the name Dub.
Or Stub. Did he kill a man with a little leg?
You would have to ask Strangle. He gives the name. He gives the names. But I do have other information if you have more questions.
Una, what did you think? Una Fair, what did you think about the goblins? Did they
What
seem
goblins?
Like
We've never seen any goblins here.
Goblins? You know where the goblins are?
No, not yet. We were gonna go find them though.
Give me a deception check.
Damn it.
Gotta remember who you're around and how loud you're talking.
There you
Ooh,
go.
that's pretty good. Let me roll a d20.
I'm not even-
Oh my lord, I'm rolling like shit today.
Critical one.
Okay.
This guy's dumb.
So give me how you deceive him. Just say it again for me.
We were gonna go look for the goblins. We've never seen any goblins here.
Who
We've only just
who
arrived.
mentioned them?
You know, the goblins
Strangle.
that we met on the shore?
Oh,
No,
Strangle mentioned the goblins. Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
must have heard you
Strangle
wrong.
was-
My hearing is
Yeah.
quite bad.
yeah, and you know, my tiefling friend, because of the sad state of his legs, he tends to drink a lot, so he may just say random things.
You don't have to explain tieflings to me. I understand them.
Yeah.
I've met many a tiefling in my studies. They can be quite odd.
Believe me, he's quite a burden in the literal sense, you know.
But I do apologize
Yeah.
for that.
I can't walk. The bard has to carry me.
I do
I'm a halfling,
apologize.
so that's not easy.
You should find a bigger friend to carry them.
We had to leave him at the gate.
Oh, well, he wasn't a killer?
I think he's a killer. He just doesn't ever tell anybody.
Oh, okay. Well, That's what Strangle says. Those are the rules. To get in, you have to tell him.
Yeah.
After all, what do we call you? We aren't going to call you by your names. Those former nobles sent us here. We don't want to go by those names anymore.
So can you tell me anything about the place we're at? Like we only just got here. I don't know my way around very well.
Well, I haven't left the camp much, so most of my information is from scouts. I will tell you one place in particular has caused us quite a bit of trouble lately. Anytime we send our men to the south to hunt or to search for stragglers that escape, they don't seem to come back.
And do you send more to go look for them?
We have. We have sent 2 groups to go look for them. None of them have come back, so we stopped sending them.
But that's logical.
Yes, we were tired of losing men, as you can understand.
Would there be anybody in the camp that would know anything about why they're disappearing? Did anybody come back?
None of them came back,
He said that.
so we don't have any information. It's okay. The tiefling must be hard of hearing as well. It's fine. I understand. I'm hard of hearing myself. I'm sorry, tiefling. Would you like to have a contest of sorcery?
Oh. No, I'm good, man. I don't want to hurt an old man.
I don't believe it would be I that would be getting hurt. I'm quite your elder when it comes to studies.
Gave up his power.
How old are you anyway? It was unknown in your bio.
Wait, what?
Your bio had unknown for age.
Well, you know.
So you can tell him whatever.
37.
Ah, see, you're just a youngling.
Everyone, the old man's about to fight the tiefling, taking all bets. Hand me your coin.
Tiefling, I will only accept this challenge if you would.
No, I don't feel like
Taking any
fighting.
bets?
That's probably a good choice.
We're trying to go and do some work for the Strangler.
Okay, well, he does have a task that he has given for me to delegate, which is investigating what's going on to the south, so that could be one thing you could help us with. I'm sure he told you about our goblin escapees. He likes to handle the people that escape. He likes to chase them down and kill them and handle that side of that. I handle the other tasks that come up. So you can head to the south and investigate, and that would be a great help to me.
Just do it. Would I have to go with the group, or do I have to go alone?
At level 1, you probably don't want to split the party, but you can if you would like. Just remember that you're going to have to fight everything by yourself.
Mr. Bard, would you like to go on this journey with me to the south to see what's killing all these people?
But we're supposed to go find the goblins.
Maybe we should ask our rogue friend outside the gate what he would like to do.
Oh, we did leave him out there in the cold.
I do
It was
have
great talking to you, Mr.
I do
Shadow.
have one more bit of information for you.
Oh yes.
In case you're interested, there is a goblin, one of our friends that left us. I wish I had him because he could give you more information. He wandered from the mountains to the northeast, and he said there was a great peak that had lightning striking around it, even when there were no storm clouds.
In the northeast, huh?
To the northeast, yes, on the other side of the Lonely Wood. That's the area where we send most of our hunters. As you can see these trees, outside of our walls out here. If you head directly into that, so east or northeast or north will head you, as long as you don't go out the west side of the camp, will head you directly into what we call the Lonely Wood.
Oh, okay.
This is where we send
Well-
most of our hunters.
We have to look for goblins anyways. Maybe they're south.
We do not know where they went. They escaped in the night.
We could probably
Our
kill
guards
two
were
birds with one stone.
Our guards were sleeping last night. Unfortunately.
What do you think, Ike?
I don't know. Maybe we should talk to the rogue outside and see what what kind of work he would like to do.
Okay, let's go back out.
Okay,
there.
go consult
Hi,
with
Mr.
your friend. I'll
Shadow,
see
we're
you
going
later.
to Talk to the rogue now.
Bye, friends.
Oh, sorry, I didn't carry you.
It's
Okay.
okay. I'm
Yeah, you don't have to move it off the map and stuff if you don't want to and all that. That's fine. Okay, what would you guys like to do?
Move a little bit away.
So we move out into these thicket of trees so we can fill in our boy.
Can we start a fire?
Okay, you fill him in on all the information that was given to you by Strangle and Shatter.
Do you remember all that?
I mean, I don't remember a lot of it, but
Your choices are south to find out why their people aren't coming back, or go find the goblins and either kill them or bring them back alive.
so if we go north, the one goblin, didn't he say that one goblin came down from the north?
He said one of the group of four was the one that came from the mountain that has constant lightning, even if it's not storming.
So yeah, like you said, Mr. Bard, if we go north, we might kill two birds with one stone.
I mean, name's Unafira. How many times do I need to say it?
I don't have to call you by your name.
This is a rude-ass tiefling, by the way.
Did you add all that lady killer stuff to your bio? Is it in there, by the way?
I put known as lady killer amongst the bandits.
Cool. The city's called Vile, if you want to add that in there, so that you know specifically.
The bandits of Vile. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd call them bandits. Might call them just murderers, but
Oh.
I'm sure they steal things when they kill people too.
They don't sound very bandity.
I'm sure they kill people as well.
They're the kill first, ask questions
I'll call
later.
them marauders.
Yeah.
One more thing. As you leave the gate, Strangle mentions to you that if you choose to stay here, remember, we don't allow people to abandon us. So if you ever decide not to take our mission, or if you ever fail one of our missions, do not come back. And if we hear that you've been associating, or you have decided to join those non-killers at the north, at Salvation, well, you won't be welcome here either.
So maybe we don't want to take these missions.
Okay, thanks. You can always just take the mission and lie later.
Yeah,
Well, that's easy for you to say, Unafera,
you-
you little bard.
you can
Stand
always-
behind you.
you can always take the mission and then act like you're still working on it.
Think creatively, shit.
What would we like
So-
to do, group?
What would you like to do? Go find the goblins, which could be those goblins you ran into. They could be other goblins. Or go to the south and find out what's going on there.
I say we go south to quote unquote find the goblins and look at what's making the men disappear.
That's a better plan. Let's go do that.
So you don't want to go murder Hobo the goblins?
Nope.
No.
So, let me get this straight. Are we trying to deceive them so that we don't have to kill the goblins that they want us to kill for them?
It's a task you could put off till later, yeah?
I'm trying to whisper, you just can't tell.
Okay.
You are correct.
So south it is?
They never
That's
taught
what
me
it
how to
is.
work.
To the south!
Okay, let me pull up a map for you guys real quick. So that we can see what we've discovered real quick. And then
So
we can
we're
kind of decide where we want to go. Okay, do you see what I'm looking at here?
Partially.
Okay, so part of it should be blocked off. This is the part
Okay.
that you've discovered so far. So I'm going to reveal some of it here.
Pretty much all of it's blocked off.
Yeah.
Cool.
So you've heard of this city called Salvation to the north. You've been to Vile. And then you know... Do you see where those tree markers are? See the
Yeah.
trees? That's the beginning of the Lonely Wood. That's what you know of the wood so far. You know that there are... It's basically... Salvation and Vile are both surrounded by trees, and it's called the Lonely Wood. I can't reveal more without revealing where we're going.
Okay.
So if we're going to go south... Here, I can reveal a little bit of the wood, it looks like. Yeah, so that's kind of what the wood is. It's basically enclosing you between these two cities.
Okay.
Or encampments. They're not really cities.
We're the woods then right now.
Are you... That's to the east.
Oh.
South is no wood.
Oh, okay. We're going south, right? Right, group?
That's
Dangerous
where we're going.
things live in the forest, and we're kind of weak.
Okay, what formation do you guys want to go? This matters for perception checks. I will let you know.
What was the question?
Do you have a particular marching order? Do you want someone to lead? Do you maybe want them to be a little bit out in front?
Who has the highest natural perception?
I think.
I'm assuming it's John, but I'm not positive. Let me pull up the character sheets.
I have a 6 with expertise.
John's is 6.
John's.
Mine's
Yeah.
only 3.
What, Nathan?
Mine's a 3.
Okay,
Mine's a 3 as well.
so you want John to lead?
John leads. We'll put the guy who can't melee in the middle, and then I'll be behind.
You'll take the back? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so... You did want to go back and ask the goblins about what might be to the south, or ask Shatter about... I guess you did ask him if he had any more information on it. So basically, all they know is there are very large buildings down there, and their people aren't coming back, as I said, and yeah, they don't know a whole lot much more about it. There's just some very large buildings down there, and they call it no-go.
I like it.
Okay.
Onward to no-go.
So I will reveal...
Let's go to no-go.
I reveal where the... Oh, we're revealing other stuff now. Shit. I'll go ahead and reveal where this is at on the map. You can see that it's marked by kind of a temple-looking thingy.
Perfect.
Okay. So that's where we're headed. Let me do the ruler real quick to see how long it takes. Shouldn't be far. So it's about 100 miles, and depending on your pace is how quick you can get there, but also how stealthy you are. Let me pull those rules up real quick. Because I had them memorized, but I don't remember them now. And this will be important because you're going to be traveling a lot.
I have an 8 on stealth.
Well, that's nice.
Let me see here.
I have a -3.
Where is my
Jesus.
travel? Running the game. Exploration 242.
You're the type of person to be stepping on twigs.
So while you guys start heading out, what conversations are you having? What clues have you learned? What do you think's going on with the whole goblin situation?
I think those are the goblins that they want to kill. Specifically because
The ones that you ran into, you think it's those?
Yeah, because Stub was the stain, and he said one was named Stub. We didn't ask the other one's names, but that's pretty... I can't imagine that's a super common name.
I mean, goblins do have lots of... They're not exactly intelligent when they name things, so...
And do you think their nicknames are all one word together and they could be broken down?
Many times goblins do have one-syllable names. They don't generally have surnames, so they don't generally have last names.
But I'm meaning is like, is it one word?
Most of the time, goblin names are one word. Yes, most of the time they don't have two-word names. They have very... I'm not sure what you're meaning then.
Like Stub and Dub are combined into something else.
He means if you put all 4 goblins' names together, does it make a name?
Ooh. No, that's not the case. It's likely 4 different goblins with 4 different names.
Oh, could their names... What could that mean? Killed a guy by making him stub his toe.
I killed a guy and I cut his finger off, and now he has a stub.
It's possible. You'd have to ask the goblins to find out.
He kept it as a trophy or something.
I'm trying to find my rules on travel, and I'm having trouble finding it. Was it in the play? I'll bet it's in the player's handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide. I bet that's why I can't find it.
Get some sticky notes.
I know.
So you can make yourself some tabs.
Yeah, I have it. It's in here. I should have known it was in the player's handbook and not the Dungeon Master's Guide, because that's obviously basic rules that everyone would need to know. Okay, so if you guys travel at a fast pace, you can make it 30 miles in a day, but you have a -5 penalty to perception scores. If you go normal pace, you can make it 24 miles in a day with neutral, no positives or negatives. You can travel at 18 miles a day, and you are able to use stealth. Now you can only travel for 8 hours in a day. Or no, you have to rest 8 hours of every day.
We can have 16 hours.
Yes, you have 16 hours of travel. But we're just, for the sake of making it easier, we'll just say if you travel your 16 hours, you make it the 30, 24, or 18 miles.
Okay.
That'll make it easier for us to remember. I'm going to leave that page open for now. And then, how far did I say this was? Vial to this. It is about 100 miles. I know it doesn't look like it on the map, but my scaling's kind of off. But you can always take the ruler and check it.
Seeing as this is our first adventure together, I suggest we go slow and let the rogue lead.
And you are able to do stealth checks in that case. Okay, let me pull up my encounter
Stealth is my
options.
favorite thing to be anyways.
Okay.
Well, I can't walk very fast, so...
Okay, so we're going to make it 18 miles in a day. It's about We'll just say, for the sake of making it easier, it's 100 miles even. So it'll take you, what, 10 days? Less than 10 days? 9 days? Ish. Need a calculator open.
If we're going 18 miles, it's 100.
Yeah, 100 divided by 18.
It should be a little.
It'll take 5.5 days. Wow, my math was off. So we'll just say we'll say 5 days just for the purpose of making it easier. It'll take 5 days to get there. So that means I'll basically be rolling for encounters since you're not in a safe. So this is the way I'm gonna do encounters. If you're in a safe area, I'm gonna roll once per day. If you're in a not safe area, so not like an encampment basically, I'm gonna roll twice a day. If you're in somewhere like a dungeon and I'm doing random encounters, it's gonna be a dangerous place. I'm gonna roll 3 times per day.
Okay.
It's gonna be a D10, and do you guys want to know what actually would give you an encounter, or you want that to be a surprise?
I'd rather it be surprised personally.
Okay, I'm fine with that. All right, so let me roll this. Okay. No encounters for today. It's for the first day. Do you guys... So you've made it your first day. You've traveled your 18 miles. You've got 4 days left to go. So now it's nighttime, and we're going to be resting and camping for the night.
Cool.
Cool thing about this wood elf is I go into a translate state, so I need 4 hours of sleep.
Okay, so that means you can take 4 hours of the 8-hour watch you'll need.
Cool.
And then the other 2 can take 2. Okay.
What time do we go to bed?
What time? Whatever time you want. You traveled. I don't know what time it was whenever you like left Vile and all that. So we'll just say whatever time you want, just as long as it's dark. So it could be like dusk. It could be midnight. You know, whatever you decide.
Okay. Well,
I should take the night watch because I can see into the dark.
yes. If you want to take the first watch, and Rogue can take the middle 4, and I'll take the morning shift. How does that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay.
All right.
Because I see better in the dark anyway.
So Ike's gonna take our first watch.
Correct.
Okay. Let me do an encounter roll real quick. I'm gonna do it in the game. I don't know why I'm doing it with my dice.
It's literally called dark vision. Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay. Ike's 2 hours pass. Ike, is there any conversation you're having to yourself while this is happening, or anything you want to think about, or you've got 2 hours to yourself while the others are asleep, or translate or whatever.
I'm having conversation with the thing that controls me.
Ooh. Are you trying to approach it? Are you saying things to it, or is it speaking to you?
It's always speaking to me.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roleplay that for a minute here. Ike, beware.
No. Like Ike, go kill.
No, I've got a specific thing planned for this.
Oh.
So, your response?
Oh wait, you said that? I thought someone else said that.
Your horror that's speaking to you says, Ike, beware.
What should I be aware of?
South. No go.
What's in the south that I should be afraid of?
Not sure. Master tell me, though. He have plan for south.
Okay. I'm going to talk to the other ones and warn them about the danger that we see in the south.
Well, John has the next shift, so you can talk to him about it. James is still sleeping.
What's John's character's name?
Binku.
Oh, Binku!
What do you tell him about your dream, or your conversation that you had with the haunting presence?
Binku! Binku! Wake up!
Dude.
Technically, Binku's watch.
The haunting that controls me told me not to go south. He warned me that there's danger down there.
Wait. Slow down. Haunting.
Yeah, so you guys don't really know this about me, but I have something that possesses. That's all I'm going to tell you. It spoke to me in the night.
I think you're sleep deprived.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I've heard this voice my whole life. Know when it speaks to me.
Hold on. Let me just listen. Give me a second. Can
What
I
are
do
you
a
gonna
persuasion? Can I do a perception check, make sure everything's okay?
Yeah, go for it. I've already rolled for encounters, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit it up. Yep, you don't hear any noises. You don't see anything that looks off. The light of the campfire shines on the surrounding area. It's basically a plain that you're camping in. You know, there's not a whole lot of foliage or anything to hide anything, so you don't really see anything.
All right. Now slow down. What do you mean? What is going on?
I'm telling you that I've been possessed from a young age, and the voice that I hear told me that there's danger to the south and not to go.
Are you sure you can trust that thing?
I don't think that I have any other choice.
But isn't this thing something that's haunting you and something that's trying to bring you back into the life you had before? Are you sure it wants good for you?
Well, it probably isn't, but I don't have a choice. I kind of have to do what it tells me to do.
Just go get.
What'd you say? It cut out on me.
Where's the?
Hello?
We gotta wake him up.
Don't wake him. He's got to watch.
He's
the
still
next
got to
shift.
sleep. Yeah, he'll have the watch after John. John can tell him of.
How many hours?
Binku can tell him of what's going on.
But what if he doesn't tell him what it was?
He might not. You'd have to tell him in the morning.
Binku, you better make sure you tell the bard what I told you.
Get some rest.
Okay. Ike goes to sleep. He has some interesting dreams. Now we have Binku on watch. 2 hours goes by. Nothing going on. Binku, do you have anything you want to think about or talk about? Or you have about 4 hours to yourself here.
No, I just kind of just whistle to myself quietly.
Okay. All right. The 4 hours passes. It's time to wake up Unafira for, I don't remember if it's his or her watch.
It's in a fierce watch.
Okay. Go ahead and go wake him up and talk to him about whatever you want.
I gently shake Unafira.
What? Jessica. Okay. What? Hi.
I giggle. Who's Jessica?
No one. Is it
Hey.
time for my watch?
Yes, but just a quick thing.
Yes.
Something's a little off with that tiefling.
Whatever do you mean? Is it his legs? Because they're just naturally tiny.
Oh no, we know those are broken. It's something he approached me about a haunting demon that's possessing him.
Okay.
Right?
Are you? He looked kind of like he doesn't sleep. You sure it's not that?
I told him he should probably get rest, but he swears to me that we shouldn't go south.
I don't know if we should trust a person who has demons, but I guess I've never known anybody that has demons, so I don't know if they're bad.
You haven't read anything about?
I've heard leprechauns are demons, and they have gold, so maybe we can make a profit on this.
I do like shiny bits.
Okay, well, why don't you go to sleep and dream of shiny bits, and I'll keep an eye on both of them.
I've kind of already tranced. I'm pretty good for today.
Okay,
Well, no,
go
this
sit in
would
the
be
corner.
when you're trancing. Your 4 hours was your wake time.
Fair enough.
So the next 2 would be your other 2 of your trancing sleep. The first 2 was Ike's watch.
Alright, so what I end up doing is meditating on trying to remember my memories of my past.
Okay. Would you like to give me a history check to see if you remember anything, or? Okay. Would you like me to give you stuff that you recall about it, or would you like to give a little bit of your character's backstory based on that?
It's just the same. It's just the same thing I always remember. Just the vague shadows of the people that left me. That's
Who were these
always-
people?
Can't remember.
So was this whenever you were young? You just have a vague memory of being left?
Yep.
Where were you left? Were you left with on the street or orphanage or?
Outskirts of a forest.
Outskirts of a forest. Interesting. Is that all you remember?
That's it.
Okay. All right. Well, it's Unifira's watch. I already did the rolls for encounters. We don't have any. Is there anything you'd like to do with your 2 hours alone?
I find a nice sized stick and start to carve a flute.
Okay. You start to carve a flute. That's going to take you a while. It won't be something you carve in 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll keep it with me.
Let me Google. Carve a flute. About 15 hours to carve a flute, so just remember that. Anytime you're working on it, you'll finish it after 15 hours.
So I spend 2 hours tonight.
Okay, there you go. You got 2 of your 15 done. Alrighty, do you wake up everyone, or how do we wake? Does everybody just wake up magically at the same time?
I'm already awake.
Okay.
Because I
I
have the last
stopped.
watch.
I stopped meditating.
Okay. No encounters yet again. Everybody's awake. Is there anything you guys would like to discuss?
I'd like to talk about the voice that I heard, please.
Okay.
Can we talk about it, people?
Say it in your own words. Because all you've done is tell Binku.
Binku, did you tell him what I told you to tell him?
I don't know. What do you think?
Deception check?
Yes? Deception?
No,
Yeah.
John rolls a deception, you roll an insight.
That's what I was looking for. Uh-oh.
He's obviously lying. He didn't relay all of the exact words that you gave to Nafira.
You're a liar, John!
Aye, who's
Binku?
John?
Binku, you're a liar. You're a liar? You didn't tell him.
I didn't think you would trust a rogue so easily.
Oh, I don't trust any of you guys now.
John, take inspiration for that. It was a very witty quip.
I don't trust any of you. What did you tell him?
What you told me.
Then what was that?
haunting you and not to go south.
He told me you're a haunted individual, which I would believe with your physical state.
All right, we're not going south. I'm telling you right now, we're going back north to the camp.
You wanted to go south so
It's a group
bad, and you
decision.
wait till we go 16 hours south to tell us you don't want to go south.
No?
Because some invisible voice in your head said so.
It's not an invisible voice. It's a part of me.
Okay, I guess you're correct. Your head is a part of you.
So
No.
where does this voice
The
tell you to go
demon
then?
voice is a part of me. We're going back to the camp.
Why are we going back to the camp?
I'm
They
telling
will
you
not
guys.
be happy with us if we go back to the camp.
We'll just tell them
They did tell you not to come back unless you've completed one of their tasks.
We'll tell them that we didn't find anything.
Right.
We're
I
going to
don't
need some
think they're going to
deception
like
on that.
Well, I don't care if they don't like that.
So what? Are we going to
telling
salvation
you.
now? Are we going to do that?
If you
Listen.
can give me a convincing enough lie to tell them, then I will go back with you.
What would you tell them if you were going to lie to them to say that you didn't find anything, but you checked everything out at the south and didn't find anything?
Maybe that's what it's I think we should tell them that we checked it out, we cleared it, we took care of whatever was down there, and now we're back.
Really? Really? What about the troops that they sent out there?
They might
We'll
want
tell
some
them that
proof.
they found the
Generally, whenever you complete, I will tell you, generally whenever you complete tasks for people, they want some sort of proof that it's been completed. So if you were killing a monster, they would want a piece of it. If you were killing someone, they would want some kind of possession that they owned. If you were, delivering a letter, they would want the letter. I mean, they generally want proof in this world. They don't generally take people at their words, especially a bunch of murderers.
But they're murderers.
That's what I'm saying. A bunch of murderers probably aren't just going to believe you based on your story.
All right. We'll go south, but I'm telling you, when this thing goes bad, maybe then you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Okay?
Tell you what, if you earn my trust, I will believe you, and we will listen to you and your other voice or whatever it is.
All right. I'm just warning you.
We only just met yesterday. I'm not gonna believe everything you tell me.
You don't have to until you find the proof that I was right, and then maybe you'll trust me.
We shall see.
And
Okay.
this will be your calling card for us to know whether we can trust
So
you.
are we heading further south?
Oh yeah, mister, can't trust a rogue.
Are we heading further south?
Yes.
What
Okay.
you doing, boys?
Let me do checks to do another day. So
Can't trust a rogue. Never trust a rogue.
man, you guys have no trouble. You travel swiftly. You rolled some natural 10s on your checks for encounters. So you guys travel a little bit more swiftly, and we'll say it's 2 days worth of travel, and we're gonna camp again. Do we do the same setup for the camp? Do we
I
want to do
think that worked well last time.
Ike first watch, Binku, then Unifir?
See, and when we get to camp, I say, "See, everything is fine. We made it twice the distance as the first day."
You've made it 3 days travels worth so far.
Well, maybe you're right.
You've got 2 more days to go to hit no-go.
All right. Well,
I'll
I'm
take
going to
first
go to
watch.
sleep.
All right, Ike, first watch. Anything you want to talk about or discuss? Do you want to try to reach out to your presence? You want to just
No.
pass the
I don't
time?
wanna listen to them. Now that these two have talked me into maybe that the thing is.
Okay.
Maybe it's lying to me. I don't want to hear about it.
Okay, you just want to pass the time?
Yep.
All right, wake up, Binku.
Thank
well,
you.
I never really went to sleep.
Well, like, whatever. Wake him out of his trance. Shake him out of his trance.
Can I slap him out of his keys?
Give me a roll to hit. So just roll your attack.
Oh, wait. Where is that?
Just one of your weapons, whichever one. We just need a roll to hit.
I don't have a weapon though.
You should have a crossbow.
I thought we didn't have our stuff.
No, you did. You got equipped completely
Oh, yeah.
at Vile.
I'm gonna do a hammer. Can I do that?
That's not a weapon.
It says it is.
Where? Hammer?
No
No,
weapon.
that's not a weapon. Your weapons are in your attacks and spellcasting. So just roll the crossbow one.
He can also do a dexterity check for an unhanded strike.
That's true. You can just do a dexterity check if you want. That works as well.
There you go.
Okay, an 8 to hit. John, what's your AC?
15.
It does not hit. You swing and miss wildly. John stirs out of his trance. Or
What the
Binku.
hell are you doing?
Just trying to wake you up, man.
And that's how you go about waking up somebody.
Well, I mean.
Ike's really earning trust right now.
I'm
feel like
gonna kick him in his shit.
Okay, give me a same thing. Roll your weapon to hit.
Here's a d20.
That works too. 15 to hit. What's your AC, Nathan?
I have
Ike.
no idea.
I'll pull it up. It's probably low. 8. You hit. Give me damage.
Ah!
So just like roll your weapon damage. Give me a D4. Just give me a D4.
Yeah, let's keep it pretty small.
Just roll me a D4.
You bastard! That hurt.
Ike takes 4 points of damage.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, the shins hurt. Go to sleep.
Just remember, after a short rest, you'll get a hit die back, so you can roll your hit die and basically regain that HP. So you'll be fine
I'm
after the
going
short
right
rest.
there.
Okie doke. Binku, your 4 hours. What do you do during your 4 hours of watch?
My first hour, I mumble about how Ike is a dumbass.
Jeez.
Whole hour, man. It's really upsetting.
He's got a lot to say.
Man. Damn tiefling. Tell me what you say about Ike. Remember, Ike, you can't hear this. You're asleep.
Oh, fuck you.
That's how it works. You can't metagame it.
Fucking tiefling over here trying to smack somebody in their sleep. Man, doesn't he know I meditate? Jeez. While I'm meditating, I be fighting, keeping it in combat fit, mental state.
Oh,
Bitch.
all
I swear
right.
to God, I'll kick him in the shit again. I'll do it again.
That's pretty good.
I'm about to do it right now, but I'm not gonna do that.
What do you do with the rest of your 3 hours?
I sit down, calm myself, and remember we got to make it there in one piece.
Okay.
I don't know when the wood elf became Mr. T. But
Oh, I forgot to roll. I forgot to roll encounters. 1 second. I gotta roll 2 for his watch. Good. Okay. No encounters. Oh wait, no. You actually have 4 hours. Ooh! We have our first encounter, everyone. So let me pull up a map. Where is the map that I want? It's unfortunate. Okay, here we go.
He's a pissed off wood elf.
Alright, let me take you guys to here.
So I just have a question for you real quick.
What's up?
Are these relatively loud monsters that are going to announce themselves, or does he need to roll a perception check?
I will do perception check and all that stuff first. I'm gonna get it set up where you guys are and where the monsters are and stuff.
Holy shit!
It'll be like their stealth versus his perception and his perception versus their stealth, basically, is what we're gonna do. You guys see the map that we're on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Careful what you click there, because we saw a few previews.
Oh, that's okay. Go ahead and pull your tokens on where you think you would be camped. If you were in a clearing by trees, you can kind of put them where you want.
I think here.
Ike, you'll have to tell me where you want to be.
And I'm gonna generate our encounter real quick.
Well, I'm asleep. We're not asleep, so probably put me like in between you guys under the trees.
Yeah, Unafira and Ike would both be asleep at the start of this.
Actually, okay, so we'll say we made our camp over here in this kind of dense area, and you'll be asleep, and I'm technically asleep too. But
Keep doing your thing while I'm generating this encounter.
I'll say you're sleeping right over here,
That works.
and I'll be like.
Because I had to change my thing because we have 3 people instead of 5. Okay, this is annoying. It like keeps giving me the same monsters over and over again. This is frustrating. Alright, we're just gonna pick a couple. This is annoying. Alright, where are boys at here? Okay. So John, first of all, go ahead and give me a stealth check. 9, okay. And then let me get to my dude here and let's do his perception.
My dude.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's a guy. I said dude to try to keep it vague. Attributes and abilities, character sheet.
No, I get you, my dude.
Is perception intelligence?
Perception is wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay. Well, that sucks for you guys. You should have said intelligence.
That would be lying.
Ooh, John is stealthy. Okay. Now, John, give me a perception check. And then stealth is dex. Okay. So, coming out of the forest, you see, as you can probably tell by the chat, oh, I'm on the ruler thing. So, coming out of the trees here, let me turn him around. And where is Binku? He's facing that way. Okay, so we need to make him come from here, because you need to be able to see him. From about way back here, you start seeing what appears to be a giant badger approaching the party.
Holy shit.
What do you do?
I'll sound the alarm. I'll wake these two up.
Okay.
Yeah.
You wake them up. We'll say the badger gets 1 turn of movement, so he gets to about here.
What is it, Binku?
Oh, we got a giant badger. You know, honey badgers, they don't give a fuck.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, I give a fuck. So let's get ourselves ready.
All right, let's roll initiative.
Oh, Ike, are you awake?
What? What's happening?
Ike, you and your invisible friend get ready because we're about to be attacked by badgers.
Okay. Giant badger. Got it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, go ahead and roll your initiative. I should be able to create a tracker for this.
D20?
Yep.
Okay. Did that work?
You should be able to click it on your character sheet,
Yeah, you should be able to click on the.
and then it'll add your dex modifier to it.
It goes
It's
red.
based, yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go.
Did it work?
You rolled the die, but we want to do it off your character sheet. That way, it does your dexterity as a tiebreaker. How do I get to the initiative tracker?
Click the word initiative on your character sheet if you can.
Where's it at?
It's top middle.
Top.
It's the armor class speed initiative.
Oh, it automatically did the initiative tracker for me. Sweet. Mr. Badger.
Why am I not seeing this?
Let me pull up your character sheet real quick.
Here,
Oh,
I got it.
You found it? Okay.
I found it, but it's... How do I get it on there?
You should just
Just
be able to
click
click
the
it,
word
kind of like you do with other stuff. Yeah, it should just be a
Oh,
hyperlink.
Yeah, I got it. I was clicking...
Holy crap, minus 2.95.
Yeah, it's not good.
Why didn't it add him to the tracker? So his initiative's 2.05. So I'll just add
Yeah.
him. Add Ike. Oh, you have to click on your token before you do the initiative too, or it won't add it to the tracker.
He can't click his token.
That's the problem. That's why it didn't work for him.
Hang on.
It's fine. I can add him.
Okay.
Or it'll say he's 0. Okay.
Close enough.
Well, I'll just do it based on what the badger gets. And then for the monster character sheet, how do I roll initiative? I was checking to see if it showed its initiative, but it doesn't. So is it just a dexterity die? Or is it just a d20 plus his dex modifier?
It would be a d20 plus his dex modifier.
Okay. That's what I thought. I thought there was a way to roll it for the monsters, but I don't see it. So he got a 13 plus his dex. What's his dex modifier?
Even if that wasn't
So, yeah,
it, we can say that's fair.
He's got a 10. He's got a 10 dex modifier, or he's got a 10 dex, so it's plus or minus 0. So the badger goes first. I'm still a little slow on all of the monster stuff.
Does lowest go first?
No, highest goes first.
Oh, is he the highest?
Yeah, the badger's the highest. So he's going to have 2d8 plus 4 HP. So 2d8. So that gives me 8 plus 4, so he's got 12.
Oh, so he had that 13 that you rolled?
What?
Yes.
Yes.
I got it.
Objects and tokens. Ugh, I accidentally made him a background. That's why everything's all wonky with him. I made him part of the map. Whoops. That's why he was wonky. Okay. And then let's pull up his AC. Sorry, I'm a little slow on this stuff.
You're fine. It's first session.
Yeah, this is part of the reason why I would like to not use Roll20 is because you have to manually enter all this stuff or create macros, and I don't want to do either. So
Out of game speech incoming. Nathan, by the way, I hope you don't think we're picking on you. I'm just reacting how a person would to somebody
No, dude.
saying
You're
shit.
fine.
Okay, cool.
that's how people are going to probably react to someone saying they talk to demons. So
Yeah,
it's
no,
probably pretty normal.
you're completely fine. I'm just enjoying I just like listening to you guys, to be honest. So I'm just trying to learn the first go around.
Yeah. Role playing is something you get by practicing.
Yeah, I'm freaking garbage at it.
Let me do one more thing real quick because I might add to this because this might be way too easy. CR calculator. Monster. Because I don't want it to be like worth no XP for you guys. In the future, what I'm going to do is just have preset encounters on preset maps. That way I don't have to do all this stuff. But I learned this. This is a lesson I learned this week, so. Okay, so it's actually 3 of these boys.
Oh!
That's fine.
That way it'll be a little more of a challenge.
3v3, dog.
So 2d8 again for this one's HP.
I'm surprised they have 2d8 HP.
12, and then it was 2d8 plus, what did I, plus 4. Okay, 2d8 plus 4. So this one's 16. Their AC is both 10. They don't have any ammo. And then we need one more. Same thing again, 2d8 plus 4. Which I could just type into the thing, but I'm lazy. So 16 on this one. Wait, I need to scroll down, that's not the roll. So 8 plus 4, so this one got 12 as well. Alright, so you've got 3 giant badgers. We'll take the first one I made as the 13 initiative, and then I'll roll initiative for the other 2. One of them goes last, so this one in the middle goes last. I don't know why I can't add these to the turn thing. I'm going to have to learn that for the next session. And this one got a 5, so he goes after Unifira. Okay, so this badger... Let me get his character sheet pulled back up.
I guess I don't see the order.
It may not show it for you based on what your screen shows. I don't know how much your screen shows. So he can move 30 feet. And each tile should be 5 feet, I believe. Let me do the ruler to make sure. Yes, each tile is 5 feet. Okay. So remember that for your movement. Each tile is 5 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then he's gonna use his bonus action to dash, which means he won't be able to attack, so he's gonna be right here. He's going after the rogue. And then it is Inku's turn.
If that one wants me so bad, I'm gonna attack it.
All right, do your thing. You've got your attacks in your character sheet. So 17, he's got 10 AC. That's a hit. So roll the damage. So you do 7 piercing. So he's got -7. He's got 5 HP left. And then you have your bonus action. So you can like dash. If you have any abilities that let you use a bonus action, you can do that as well. Bonus action can be something like taunting it, yelling at it, you know, stuff like that too. Basically anything that's just random can also be a bonus action that doesn't actually hurt it.
How hard is my bonus actions here? Maybe I got my other cat.
Because I'm not sure what your character has as far as bonus actions, so. Normally it'll say like you can use this as a bonus action or something like that.
I just got 2-weapon fighting.
2-weapon fighting. Where is that at?
So you can use your bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon.
Okay.
holding your other hand.
So yeah, if you're dual wielding, you can attack again.
Alright, so we'll do that.
Okay.
Oh, hold up.
12 hits.
Okay.
I don't know what the +3 would be if you crit, which you didn't because you weren't at advantage. So it'd be 7 more damage. So this badger is dead.
Oh!
John annihilated the first giant badger.
Suck it, Badger!
Next is Unafiro's turn. We'll make your token a little bit smaller. Make it the size of about a square. Make us chilling back here sleeping. Make him the size of about a square. Okay. Is James still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. I forgot
Okay.
I was muted.
Want to make sure. Yeah, it's your
I
turn.
see some shrubberies between me and the badgers. Can I see them still?
Did John tell everyone that there were 2 more? John, did you alert them that there were 3 badgers? Because I did the 3 badgers after I did the 1, so I'll let you.
Oh no, I didn't.
I'll let you retcon it because I added the badgers after all this happened.
Keep your eyes open, there's 2 more.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to give him a direction or
I'm gonna guess they're coming from that way.
the way that the other one came from?
North.
You can just say the direction the other one came from.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna guess that means I can't see them from here.
You can kind of see a little bit of this one's like feet, like on its top side, that side. You kind of have a line of sight to that.
Okay. I need to be able to see both of them, so I can move. Let's see.
I think you're 30 or 35. I'm not sure. You got some weird halfling stuff going on.
25.
Okay. Each square is 5 feet, so that's diagonally or up and down. Chill.
Sorry.
You're good. And you can take you should be able to use the ruler to like draw lines and shit, so.
I can move here.
Okay. If you have
So
any-
now I can see them both.
Yes, you have line of sight on both of them now.
Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna cast Bane, and I can target up to 3 creatures with Bane.
Okay, put it in the chat for me, so I know what it does.
Come on. There we go.
Okay, up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see. Concentration, okay. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target that fails this saving throw makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target must roll a d4. Okay. So they have to make charisma saving throws on their turn. Okay. So next is... Which badger did I say? This one had the 1 and this one had the 5. Okay, so this badger is the next one to move. So he's going to do his charisma saving throw.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Go into that real quick. So this is one thing I'm kind of confused on. If he doesn't specifically have a saving throw listed, what do I roll for his charisma saving throw? Just his charisma?
Yeah.
So just this.
Yeah. Just do a regular charisma check.
And what do they need to pass? Fails the saving throw.
That's a great question.
I don't know what they need to... Yeah. Let me Google the
Attack
spell.
roll.
Bane spell. I should have it somewhere.
I'm surprised it doesn't say it.
Let's pull it.
I think it's based on one of my stats, actually.
Yeah, must make charisma saving throws. I'm assuming so. It should be versus... Man, I'm not sure how that works, what it's versus.
Well, let's see. Hold on. So my spell.
I think it depends on your spell school,
Yeah, it's an enchantment spell,
which is based on...
which is based on.
I'm not sure. Do you have a spellcasting school, or no? It's just based on what the spell is?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me pull it up in the handbook and see what it says on page 216, see if it has any more information than the Google.
Pretty tired, guys.
Okay. Would you just like to go back to town? Or go back to Vile, or where do you want your character to be whenever we continue?
Just have me like lurking in the woods nearby.
Okay, yeah, we can just have you kind of following around, that works.
Yeah. For this battle, go ahead and just finish it for me.
Okay. That works.
I do need to get to bed.
Alright, man.
Coming full party wipe.
He one-shot one, so I don't think you'll
by myself.
you'll fail, yeah.
This will be fine. But yeah. Alright, I'll catch you guys.
Alright.
All right.
Peace.
Alright, I'm just gonna Google charisma saving throw, because it doesn't say anything in the book either.
That's already 2:30.
Yeah, it's went by fast, actually.
Yeah, we were setting up for a while.
Yeah.
Plus, I fell asleep and didn't get here until like half an hour after.
Okay. Which saves oppose which conditions? This ability to trap calls for it, telling you what kind of saving throw is involved and providing a DC for it, but this one doesn't. Clearly calls for a saving throw, especially when a character is subjected to harmful effect. Oh, so it's kind of up to me to decide on what would make it withstand it. Okay. That makes sense.
Okay.
So this is Bane. What is it? It's a charisma saving throw. So I would say we'll just make it based on your charisma. I think it's the easiest way to do it.
Okay, my charisma's 20.
Okay, so roll a d20 and then do your modifier.
Okay. Oof.
Oof. So he passes. So the effect doesn't take place on this one. I think that's the way to do that, right? Does that sound right? Because it wouldn't be your
I'll just do that.
it wouldn't be your passive charisma. It would be you'd have to roll and then get your modifier, right? Actually, I think that would work if you just hit the charisma button. Yeah, that probably does work.
Because if you hover your mouse over it, it shows you what it rolls.
That makes sense. Okay. Alright, we'll take the one this time and then we'll do it that way in the future. Okay, so Mr. Badger passes. He uses 5, 10, 15 to get up here on you. And then let me get his character sheet back open. It's really annoying. I have to do this every time. And he has multi-attack, so he can bite and claw. So first he's going to bite with a 13 to hit. What's your AC?
My AC is 16.
Okay, so he misses. He slashes at you with his teeth and just ends up burying his face in the snow. And then he's going to claw at you. 16 to hit.
Yep.
That one hits. Okay. For 7 slashing damage. You take 7 slashing damage. He claws across your stomach, and then some blood starts to leak from the claw scratch on there.
Oof.
So you'll probably have to put your HP in again. I don't know why it makes it do that every time. And then subtract 7.
Yeah, I'm at 4.
Oof, okay. These are stronger than I thought. Because it is, and it's 2d4 plus 1 damage. So he rolled well on that damage.
It's okay. Remember what happens whenever this character dies.
That's true. All right. It is. What did Ike get? He got like a 2 on his initiation, so he's ahead of the last badger. It's Ike's turn.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can move basically to where John's standing, can't I?
What's your movement?
30, I think.
And then each square is 5 feet, so you can move,
So if I move
up to 30 feet. You don't have to move 30 feet.
Yeah, I want to move to where he's standing.
Okay, you'd have to be next to him. You can't stand in his square. So.
Oh, I thought he left.
Well, no, he's technically still a part of it for this battle. We're just gonna
Okay.
have one of you play him.
Put me on
James
the
will play him.
square, like diagonal to him.
So, like here?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll turn you.
I can see both of them, can't I?
Yes.
Okay.
You have
I
line
would
of sight
like-
of both.
Can I? Let's see here. Hang on. Okay, so it's 120. I want to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, can you click on it in your character sheet so it puts it in chat?
Did that work or no?
I don't see it.
Okay, hold on. Hang on. I think I just clicked on the wrong place.
Should be like whatever the highlighted text is of it, like the hyperlink.
Well, where are my spells at?
Should be under character sheet, and then there's core bio spells on the kind of the right.
I have poison spray, but I don't have Eldritch Blast.
I see Eldritch Blast.
Can you click it for me?
Oh, what did it do? James got it.
Okay, because it's not on my sheet. I don't see it.
Okay.
Okay, there you go.
The range is 120 feet. Which one do you want to try to hit? They have the same AC, so it doesn't really matter.
I'd like to hit the one in the back.
Okay. So what's the roll to hit on this?
The target takes 1d10 force damage.
So I feel like clicking on it should give me a... Oh, wait. I think you have to go... So let me go into your character. I can do this. Ike, character sheet, core, and... See, yeah, you're right. Eldritch Blast isn't in your attacks for some reason. You were right where you were looking. Why doesn't it automatically have it?
Oh yeah, this was that one we had problems with.
This is weird. Do you have any idea why it wouldn't put it in his attacks, James? Oh, he's muted again, I think.
Sorry, my spells aren't in my attacks either. I don't know why I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Let me look at Poison Spray and see what's different about it.
Whenever I clicked Bane, it said cast at what level, but that may be because his is a cantrip that it didn't ask for that.
It doesn't show it as an attack, and it shows Poison Spray as an attack. So let me check the output real quick. Output spell card, attack. This should fix it. The damage type is what? Force damage? What's the damage for this spell though? Is it 1d10? Is that right?
Yeah.
1d10, and it's force. I don't know why it didn't automatically do this. It's weird. Add ability mod to damage or healing? No. Saving throw. Is there a saving throw on it?
Separate. No.
It would be against their AC.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. And it doesn't have a at higher levels thing, right? No.
No. Well,
Yeah.
let's see.
It'll change when he hits 5th, 11th, and 7th level.
Yeah.
We'll just change it then.
Yeah.
Include spell description on tag. Yep. Okay, I think it should be in your attacks now. But I still don't know if that's going to give me a roll to hit on it. Yeah, I see it there.
Okay, you're gonna have to click it because I don't Hang on.
I just need to know. Let me pull up Eldritch Blast and see what its to hit is, because it shows it for Poison Spray. I don't know why it doesn't show it for this one.
Okay, it didn't load me for some reason. Hold on.
It may not have a. It may just hit, because there are spells like that. No, because it says on a hit.
Oh, okay. There it is. You want me to click it?
Yeah, just see what happens. It's probably not going to roll a hit. Yep, it did. It rolled a... Sweet. Perfect.
Oh, nice.
So it's a 9 to hit. It has 10 AC. It does not hit.
Even put the description there.
Yeah, I set it to do that for me.
Nice.
There's an option you can check in that. Okay, so you missed the badger.
No!
So you can take a bonus action. You can dash. You can try to... I don't know what all the list of bonus actions are. Let me pull it up. A lot of them are character dependent. You wouldn't have any, but... Bonus actions. Let's see if I can find a list for us. No, it's like any random shit you want to do. Let's pull this up.
Can I yell really loud?
You can. You can try to intimidate it, or you can try to scare it, or whatever you want to do.
I don't think I'm gonna scare. Can I try to scare it?
You'd have to give me an intimidation check.
No, that's not good. Probably.
Okay. I mean, you can take your an extra whatever movement. You can use the rest of your movement, or you can.
I already moved as far as I can.
Okay. James, do you have any idea of what any standard bonus actions are? I'm trying to find a table and I can't find any.
So the 2-weapon fighting thing, the secondary weapon would be one.
Usually they'll tell you, like, you can do this as a bonus action.
Yeah, so, like, some feats give you bonus action abilities. I think rogues can do some kind of, like, stealth as a bonus action.
Yeah. So basically, if your character has a feat or a trait or something that tells you can do something as a bonus action, you can.
Correct.
Okay. All right. So that would be it for Ike's turn then. We got Mr. Badger here. Since he sees this nice juicy bard, he's gonna move. Oh, go ahead.
For
I'm sorry.
example, I'm just gonna link this in chat so that you can see it.
Okay.
But, no, I want to show things. Well, I wanted it to show you the description, but basically, healing word casting time says 1 bonus action.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll say it. All right. Mr. Badger is gonna move here, since he's not really smart enough to flank. What is his intelligence? Because I'm curious, actually. He might be smart enough. He might be smart enough to flank. Nope, his intelligence is a 2. He is not smart enough to flank. Alright, we're going to turn him to face you. And then he's going to do the same thing. So first he is going to bite. I hate that it closes out the character sheet every time I do something else. I need to have them all in separate tabs, but I haven't done it yet. Okay, so bite with a crit of 23.
My gosh.
All right, so we're gonna roll that damage. So he does 8 piercing damage. So he bites into your leg, shakes you around a little bit since you are a small halfling, and then throws you onto the ground.
Yep.
So on your next turn, you'll have to start making me saving throws.
Correct.
And since he doesn't have anything else to claw, so that was what? He moved 5, 10, 15. He's got 15 movement left. So 20, 25, 30. And that's all he can do.
Oh, Binku, please one-shot them.
You'll play as Binku, James, for the purposes of what we're doing. Okay. So it's Binku's turn.
Let me pull up his character sheet.
Yeah, you should be able to use him. I give you access to all the character sheets just for in case we needed it.
Should be good. Okay, so okay, cool. He made his dexterity high. Okay, so I guess. Oh, wow.
He should have like 35 feet of movement too, I think, or something crazy.
Yeah, but because John pulled the token out. I can't use it, so I'm gonna use this one.
Okay. And remember flanking. So like if you're on opposite sides of the creature, and you're within the same. So like if I don't think you have to be next. You have to be one person has to be next to it. So like if you're there, Nathan would get flanking, but you wouldn't because he isn't next to it.
Right.
So, just kind of how flanking works. You have to be on opposite sides of the monster. One person has to be on opposite sides of the monster from you to be able to get flanking, and then you would get your attacks at advantage.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move over here,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna attack it, and then I'm gonna attack again with the bonus action. That make sense?
Yeah. So go ahead and roll the swords if you can.
Okay. So short sword.
17 is a hit.
Cool. And let's see, the damage would be
Should be able to just click on the short sword. So like this. So it does 5 because it didn't crit. And then
it keeps rolling the hit. What the fuck?
you have to actually click in chat. You have to click on the word short sword, and then it does the damage.
Oh. Okay.
I'll give you the 7 that I got. So you did 12 to him, so he's dead.
Wow. Cool. Good job.
Go
Very
John.
good.
Okay.
That makes it my turn, I think?
Yep. Unifir is next.
Okay, cool. I'll roll my saving throw.
Okay. Should be able to just click on saving throws in the thing. Is that how it's supposed to do that?
It rolls a d20 plus 0.
So isn't it 10 and below as a fail, 11 and above as a pass, or yeah, 11 and above as a pass?
Yep, so that's
So
one
you passed
success.
1. Yep, 1 success. I think there's a macro you can make where it automatically calculates that, but I don't know how to do it, so I haven't done it yet. Okay, so you passed 1 death saving throw. So next is, what was our Badger's initiative? This is why it'd be nice if this was in the tracker. One of them had a 3 and one of them had a 1. I don't remember which one we killed the one with the 1.
I thought we killed the one. Yeah.
Yeah, we killed the one with the 1. This one had a, what was his initiation? Was
3
it-
or
oh.
5.
It was 5, so he goes next, and then it'll be Ike. All right, so Unifira's down. He's not very smart, so he's just going to go for the next closest target, which would be John. And then he's going to do his multi-attack again. He is going to bite and claw. So we've got 21 to hit. That definitely hits. John's AC is what, is like 11, I think? Or Binku?
Get his character sheet back.
Yeah, this is annoying, switching back and forth between character sheets.
15, actually.
Oh, wow, he has really high AC. What the heck?
Mine's 16.
Oh, yeah, because it's your armor class plus your dexterity modifier.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
We both have high dexterity.
so the 21 will hit for 5 damage, and the claw attack will miss. So he bites into John's ankle and chomps down a little bit. Does 5 damage. What's his total HP?
10. So
So I'll just set him. Oh, it's already showing it. Sweet.
Yep.
So we'll just set him at 5. Just remember that the other token's 5 as well. Okay. Now it's Ike's turn.
Okay. I would like to try to do Eldritch Blast again.
Okay. So you should be able to click on it in your attacks.
Well, the problem is my character thing is not pulling up.
Okay. I'll pull it up real quick.
okay, you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm just keeping everybody's character sheet up right now.
For some reason, yeah, like
12 to
sometimes
hit.
when I try
That hits. And then we roll the damage. You do 1 force damage to him. So he's at 15.
What?
Yep, you got a 1 on your damage roll. Alright, so he takes 1 damage. It is Binku's turn.
Alright. And I'm thinking Binku's just gonna swing.
Alright, swing away, good sir. 11 hits.
Cool.
6, so he's at 9.
And then the bonus action.
16 hits for 5, so he's at 4. And then it's Unifira's turn to do death saving throws. Oh! Oh man, I should have. We should have done like a whole merchant thing to see if you wanted to try to buy like a medicine kit and stuff like that at Vial. My bad on that.
That's fine. I'm level 1. I'm used to not having shit.
Yeah. Just make sure if I don't talk about NPCs, ask if there are certain NPCs whenever we go to camps to remind me, because I can always make up a merchant on the spot if we need to. All right.
That's our first session. We'll figure it out.
So you passed your second. So you've passed 2 of 3 and you failed 0.
Yep.
So now it's Mr. Badger's turn. He's just gonna swing away at John again, because that's who's in front of him. 17 hits for 6. John is down and is making death saving throws.
Yeesh.
So it's going to be up to Ike to finish this badger off.
He's only got 4 HP.
He's going to use his last bit of movement to get up in Ike's grill. And that's it. Because it's a multi-attack, so he can't use his claw. He has to use it on the same target.
If I could give you a little advice, now would be Poison Spray's turn.
Or back the hell up, too. Actually, though, okay, I will tell you, there are attacks of opportunity, so if a monster's in threat range like this, like close to you, if you leave, it gets to attack an of opportunity, so it gets to attack you. So, you have to be careful leaving things range. So he does a DC 8 Constitution save. Okay, so I just roll a D8. Is that right? And then plus his Constitution modifier. He got an 8.
Wow.
Oh.
And then what's his... I don't even know what his Constitution modifier is. I gotta get Mr. Badger pulled back up.
Please be negative. Please be negative.
Plus 2. He got a 10.
Son of a bitch, dude.
Do we roll that against Nathan's Constitution? Is that right? Is that what we decided for saves? Or do we make him roll a D? Do we make him roll a die and then plus his modifier?
Yeah.
He should be able to just click on his Constitution, right?
Yep.
Okay, can you click your Constitution for me, Nate? Will it let you?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay. Because you got 10, so if you get higher than a 10, it'll hit. Oh, all right. So you poison him for 4 points of damage. He is dead. All right. So all the badgers are gone. You guys killed the 3 badgers. Unifira, we'll do John's first saving throw because we'll have to wait till Nathan's turn. It gets back around for him to make medicine checks. So can you give me a saving throw for John?
Yeah.
He fails his first, and then Unifira, give me your next saving throw. So you've got 1 fail and 2 success, and now it's Ike's turn. Ike, you can go up to them and try to make a medicine check. If you pass, you'll stabilize them. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta walk up to. I'm gonna trounce right up to Binku.
Okay. And then you should have medicine somewhere in your skills, I think.
Okay. Skills. Yeah, it's some.
XP apiece.
Got it. No,
What?
Got it.
He succeeded.
Yes. Okay, so Binku is stabilized and is at technically 0 HP. He's unconscious. You'll have to do a short rest for him to be conscious again.
Can you guys explain the 2 numbers to me again? Like what the roll like?
On this one, I'm not sure. It's supposed to be normal and then advantage, but I don't know why the advantage would be lower.
So both of them say 1d20 plus 3.
I guess that's what it rolled with advantage.
14 and 11. So wait, hold on. Let me look at this. What's his medicine? Okay, so that's with the skill bonus and without the skill bonus. Because his medicine is 3.
Okay.
And it rolled 1d20 plus 3. Yeah.
No, they're 2 separate rolls because one roll was an 11 and one roll was a 14. They're both got plus 3 on them if you hover the rolls.
Yeah, no.
Oh, one's rolling the flat with the skill bonus and one's rolling just the base. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what the difference in that is, do you?
His wisdom modifier is 3.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, either way, John is stabilized but unconscious. He'll be awake if you guys do a short rest. It goes back to Binku's turn. He's just laying there unconscious. And then it goes to Unifira's turn.
Okay.
And you pass, so you're stabilized without a medicine check. You're unconscious as well. Now,
Liddy.
Ike technically gets to decide what to do, so do you want to do a short rest, which would be... What did we decide a short rest was? Was it 8 hours?
I think we said. Hold on, I remember linking this to you in Discord.
Yeah, let me pull it up in the book. Resting, page 186. Short rest is an hour. Long rest is 8 hours.
I think we should long rest.
If you, yeah, so the difference is a long rest, you get all your hit dice back, so you'll be able to just roll all of your hit dice to heal, and then you get all your spell slots back. A short rest would basically just make them conscious and be able to roll what hit dice they have.
I'm gonna out of game real quick. The thing about a long rest though in this situation is you can only do a maximum of 2 hours of watch to benefit from the long rest.
So basically, if we got an encounter, it would be able to sneak up on you.
Okay.
But it's kind of up to you.
Just short rest.
Okay, so you're gonna rest for an hour. Okay, let me roll
Let's go.
my encounter. Hopefully we don't roll one and kill you guys. Okay, we're good. So they're both conscious now.
Hey guys, glad to see you back.
Thanks.
Those badgers were little bitches.
Yeah, it just snuck up on me. I don't know what happened. I tell you what, if it had been a swimming contest, I would have whooped that badger's ass.
Well, I should have made a spell to conjure this snow into water, and we could have swam around them.
I mean, if you were a better sorcerer, you might have.
The badgers don't swim. They do have burrow and walk though.
Next time, if we ever encounter 3 badgers in the snow, you'll know what to do.
Just put a pool of water between you and them. Blast them.
Okay, out of game here. I don't think Hicks and Lash are gonna come since it's so late.
Okay, that's fine.
So might be a good stopping point. I don't know.
Probably stop after you guys do your hit dice, and then we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That way we're all, that way we're kind of ready to start fresh after we just fought that. I don't know.
So, did you take any damage, Nathan?
No.
Okay, so you don't need to roll any hit dice. James recovers 10 HP. So whatever you were before the 10 HP.
Do we have to update that, or will it do it on its own?
Just remember it, like on your. So if you go to your character sheet, you can do it there.
Yeah, you can type
I'm
it
updating
in.
it.
You can do current hit points on your character sheet. Yeah.
I've been updating mine at Bing.
Okay, good. Because I've been doing it just on the tokens. I've been doing it in the character sheets.
I don't think I took any damage. So.
No, Nathan didn't. He's fine. So what HP are you at now, James? 10
I'm at 10 of 11, and Binku's at 8 of 10.
Okay, cool.
I did one for him too.
And you get your hit dice back since it was a short rest, so it's basically just like spending one for free.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are at that HP. If you want, you can roll an additional hit dice to try to get back to full, or we can end it here and I can dole out experience.
We're close enough. I think we'll stick with it.
All right.
How close are you to your max hit point?
1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Down is 2.
So I already talked to John about this, but I didn't talk to everyone about it because you weren't here yet. As far as doing experience for when people aren't here, how do we want to do it? Do we want to dole out, so 150 is what you guys would have earned from killing those badgers divided by 5, or just the 3 that are here, and then give that experience to everyone? Or do we want to do...
How bad is it going to hurt them if they're behind in whatever experience that they didn't get?
It's not going to be fun. But what I'm saying is we can do 150 divided by 3 since there are 3 of you. So it'd be 50 EXP each, and then we can give them that 50 EXP as well.
So.
Or we can not give them any.
I would do
50 and you got 30.
Do what?
So I would do no experience for anybody who's not here, and if we level up, they can stay up to 1 level behind us, but no more. We'll do a catch-up mechanic.
So if you hit level 2, they'd still be level 1. If you hit level 3, they can be level 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Because John said he was fine with giving them equally XP, but only dividing it between the party members that were here. So say it would still be worth 50 XP points for all of you, but then those two would get it as well. That was his input. So it's kind of on Nathan to break the tie at this point.
I defer to James, like whatever. I don't.
The
I
only
don't really-
reason I suggest the catch-up mechanic or being slightly behind is because if you're not going to be here, do you really deserve the experience?
Yeah, I was gonna leave. That's why I wanted to leave it up to you guys what you thought was fair. I was fine either way. So
Yeah.
so
I
we'll
kinda
say
agree.
they don't get any, and then if you guys level, we'll bring them to the one level behind you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
So you all can add 50 experience points to your character sheet, and then lawyer me for anything you think was worth XP during the session. That's how we're going to do the role playing / searching / investigating / all that stuff. So anything you think was worth XP.
I think 2 one-shots without a crit is worth extra XP.
That's fair. We'll give you 25 for that.
So 75 for John.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll divide that for everybody because it's going to get too confusing. So everybody gets an extra 25.
Because I just basically ran up and died, so I don't think I deserve any extra. And then Ike missed, like barely hit them, and then cleaned up. So
We'll just say that you all get we'll do 75. I don't want to divide the experience between the party that was part of it because you all were there and did things technically.
okay.
Makes it easier for me to remember.
We put 75 on our experience.
75 so far. Anything else you think was worth XP during this session? Any conversations or any investigating or
I think for
any role playing? If you feel like your role playing was good enough.
yeah, so I think for John not being very experienced but being kind of experienced, and then Nathan not having really any experience at all, I think they did really well.
For role playing.
Yeah, as far as what they were, I mean, it took Nathan a minute to get where I was going with a lot of things, but
All right, I'm gonna do a D100 for that. 37. Add 37 for role playing.
cool.
And then anything else?
I think James should get experience for how he conjured up a story about being a killer and getting into the camp.
Okay, we'll do 10 for that.
Sick.
And this is all group, so I'm gonna add this total together, and you're all gonna get this experience because I don't want to keep track of different people's different experience. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think group leveling is just easier.
Okay.
That's why I wanna do
we're
it.
all getting the same experience.
Mhm.
So I have 122 so far.
50 plus 75 plus 37, yeah. Anything else we want a lawyer for?
50 plus 75 plus 37. Oh shit.
I rolled a D100 for the role playing.
Yeah, it should be. That's not right. It should be 162.
75 plus 37.
Why is it 50 plus 75? I thought it was 50 plus 25.
It's 50 plus 25 plus 37. It is, yeah. 75 plus 37.
107.
120.
We'll get
Yeah, 120. Is that right?
75 plus 37. That's 112.
112.
Oh, plus 10.
Yeah.
Sorry. Plus 10
Oh.
for the.
Oh, plus 10
role-playing thing.
for the story.
Yeah, 122.
Okay. Anything else?
I think we should get 2 extra experience for Captain No Legs actually killing something.
Okay.
Very.
I'll give you that. So you're at 120 or 114?
124.
I think we should get
Oh,
2
yeah, 125.
experience for the Goblin song that Una Fira sang, even though they didn't know any Goblin song.
But they didn't really like the song. They more liked the dancing.
Or what about the joke? How about 2 experience for the joke he told that they liked?
I gave him inspiration for that.
Oh, I tried.
It's fine.
It's fair. I lawyer everything, but like, yeah, I already gave inspiration for that, so I'm not gonna give experience for that.
So I think we should get extra experience. I don't know how much, but I think we should get extra experience for recovering so well from almost telling the ex-bandit leader that we saw the goblins already.
For deceiving them, I'll give you 10 for that.
Okay.
Wait, was that the leader though, or was that the?
That was the
Ex-
kind of
ex-
second in command type guy. Yeah. That was Shatter.
My tiefling mouth.
Yeah, that was Shatter. You
It's a
did.
new player mistake.
You did trick him. Yeah, it is. You just have to be careful. Like, if you want, you can be like, okay, I'm whispering this to my people. Or you can just say to me, I don't want anyone else to be able to hear me say this outside of our party, and then I'll know. But naturally, if you're standing right next to somebody and you don't designate that, then I'm just going to assume you're saying it out loud. It's just kind of a fun role-playing thing to throw in there in case somebody forgets, basically.
Most
Oh,
of the
yeah.
time, if it's things we should all know, I assume that we should not say it.
Yeah. Just try to designate as much as you can, and if you feel like I'm screwing you, just rule lawyer me, and we'll figure it out.
Yep.
Anything else we feel like was worthy of experience?
Do I get any experience for carving my flute?
Didn't finish it yet.
Son of a bitch.
Got 13 hours to go. Actually, wait, we had another day. You had another... Did you work on it on your second... Wait, we got woke up before your watch. Never mind. You didn't get to work on it yet. Yep. No, not yet.
I think that's it.
All right. So, what was the total there?
134.
So, 134 EXP. Okay. I just want to ask you guys while we're finishing up here, thoughts on the session? Did you have fun?
I did.
Yeah.
Does
It's only gonna get better because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, to be honest. So.
you actually though, for not knowing what you're doing, your role playing was really good. Like,
you did way better than most new players.
yeah, like you were getting into your character, like you were saying, I say this, I want to say this to this person. Like, most people don't even do that stuff at all. They're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
So you're doing well. Just keep doing that. Just keep saying, okay, I'm Ike. What would I do in this situation? It's easy.
Right.
If you do that. You did really well. You did more role playing than John, actually, which John didn't. To be fair to him, he got stuck outside the camp, so. Because he wouldn't admit to being a killer.
Because the rogue of all people can't admit.
Wouldn't admit to being a killer, right? He is trying to be an honorable thief, whatever that is, so.
Holy shit. And I was like, I think he's a killer, but he just doesn't say it.
That's what I was trying to goad out of Nathan. I was like, just tell me what you did. Like, that's what I was trying to do basically that whole time, was like, just say you killed someone.
Yeah, that's why I made up that story about the woman and stuff. I was like, oh, they just want me to say I'm a killer.
Yeah, they have no way of knowing whether you're lying or not. As long as you do decent on a performance or deception check, you were going to be fine there. So, it was just basically your deception or performance versus their insight. That was all it was going to be. James's was good enough that I just took it. I didn't even do the checks.
I gotta find ways to not tell my story, basically. Be better about that.
To not tell people about the scary, creepy thing that's haunting you?
Yeah, even though it came to me and no one believes me.
Telling your party is probably fine, but telling random NPCs that, probably not a good idea.
Yeah, so basically, because you told me that, I took it as this. You're crazy, but you're in my party, so I'm going to trust you a little bit, but I'm still not going to believe you about the ghost.
And to be fair, you guys aren't a real attached party yet. You were just all prisoners. You don't even know how you ended up on the same prisoner boat or any of that stuff, so. Yeah, you just kind of got booted off of a boat together.
Just started walking together.
Yeah. Technically, I could have said, do you guys even want to make a party, but I figured that was assumed. Since that's how Dungeons and Dragons works. But, yeah. Did you guys have fun?
Not bad. Not bad.
Did I do okay?
Yeah, you did well.
I expected you guys to get a lot farther, actually. I see what they mean now whenever you always over-prepare.
Yep.
Because I was ready for you guys to get to no-go and do everything there and then go back and go to another place, and I've got a lot more prepared than I need.
I am starting to think that my character may die.
You got bopped pretty hard there.
Yeah,
you might want to find a ranged weapon and chill.
I have a ranged weapon. I have a hand crossbow, but I was trying to get Bane off, and I needed to get it in line of sight to do it.
Yeah. To be fair, let me pull up what the actual challenge rating of that was, because it was a little bit higher than what I went on. Because there was 3 of them.
Those badges freaking hurt.
Calculate.
Well, to be fair, level 1 are paper people. I mean,
well,
with your
That sounds good.
stats, you're extra paper people. You're like translucent paper people. But
Yeah, technically I fucked up. That became a deadly encounter because I added 3. I should have added 2. Because I forget about the difficulty multiplier of it being a group of monsters. I forget about that part. That's why I need to have this calculator up.
that makes sense.
So technically that was a deadly encounter, not a hard, which is what I'm aiming for is hard.
So we survived deadly.
You did. You survived a deadly encounter.
Sick.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Extra experience.
Fine.
You already got 150 for beating all 3 of them.
I think we need another 100 for beating a deadly encounter at level 1.
Nah, fuck you.
And if you need proof as to how impressive that is, just look at Nathan's stats.
If you got another 100 experience, you'd be 70 away from leveling already. Fuck you.
Perfect.
Fuck you.
Perfect.
No.
Hey, you kept asking if I wanted extra experience.
That's how I'm gonna do it at the end, but then if I say no, no.
I can make shit up all day.
But if you're convincing enough, then I'm gonna dole it out. I think that's a fun way to do the extra little bits of experience besides just quests and killing things, you know? Because then you can get experience for other stuff. You can roleplay well, you can convince NPCs, you can barter. There's a lot of shit you can do to get extra experience.
Hell yeah, dog.
So I think that's a fun way of doing it. I've seen other DMs do it, and I like it.
I thought about trying to talk to the Badger, but I didn't think that would go well.
They don't speak a language.
Their intelligence is 2.
Yeah. Even if you could speak to it, you would need the spell, like the beast. Isn't there like a beast spell where you can talk to him or something, talk to animals or something?
There is.
Yeah. You would need that.
Well, honestly, if he's not metagaming, he could try. He may think he can talk to them.
Yeah, you can try, that's for sure, but telling you probably aren't going to be able to talk to very many beasts.
It would be metagaming to look up the character and say, oh, this has 2 intelligence, I can't speak to it, and
Yeah.
make a decision based on that.
Yeah, me saying that intelligence out loud isn't good. I should just say it's not really smart enough to flank. Or just not even do that, just not flank it. So,
Yeah, monster stats you probably want to just keep hidden in general.
yeah. I wanted to keep the HP random as well, but it was just easier for me to just put it in. The only thing it's going to change is like your target priority probably.
Yep.
So it's not going to kill it too. It's not going to kill the combat too much. So nice.
I would suggest like after like maybe 5 or 6 sessions in, you just stop telling us the HP because that does add a little bit of intensity to the combat.
Yeah, I will. Like I said, this first time, I just didn't even think about it. I just went ahead and entered it. It's kind of annoying because like you select the token and then it takes the character sheet for the monster down. And you have to pull the monster character sheet back up and like,
Well,
I need to have them all as separate tabs.
it's also easier for new players if they know how much HP the monster has left because it gets them to keep attacking.
Yeah.
And stop losing and not lose hope because like it sucks whenever you're a new player, like your first or second session, and you're like, I attack, I get a crit, I do like 12 damage, and you're like okay, but it's not dead.
Yeah. That's true.
And then they did, in the next turn they do 7 damage, and you're like okay, but it's not dead. And like, when am I gonna kill this thing?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry if people were talking in chit chat or in Twitch chat. I am not going to be talking or paying attention to Twitch chat while we're doing this because I want to completely stay immersed in it and keep it as a video. So, yeah, I don't plan on communicating. It kind of takes us out of the immersion if I'm sitting there talking to Twitch chat the whole time. So, I might read it, but I'm not going to respond to it because that's really immersion breaking for me to be like, hey, thank you for the thingy in the middle of Dungeons and Dragons. Yes, I am using Roll20. Yes, I am DMing. It's my first time. I'm doing well. What's up? Yeah, we're playing D&D. That's what was up. Yeah, that answers all the Twitch chat stuff. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Anything you didn't like about the session? Did like about the session? Anything that you thought I did well or didn't do well? Because the whole goal is for me to get better at this as we go.
I think the stream would be better if we had face cams for people.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna do that, but John didn't have one. Nathan can't do it because he's on a phone/tablet. You would be the only one that would be on there. So next time, if you want, I'll put yours on here for sure. But yeah,
Okay.
I just didn't do it this time because I was already.
They don't have it set up.
Yeah, John said he has a webcam. It's just packed away, so he could have one.
He did just move.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna ask you guys because I already kind of talked about it a little bit in Discord, but and I talked to Nathan and John about this, but if we can, I would love to switch to what was it? Fantasy? What's it called? Fantasy Grounds. Because it's instead of Roll20.
Okay. I'm not against it. I've never used it though.
To me, it looks like the UI is maybe a little harder, but it does like all of the macro and all the scripting and all that stuff for you. So instead of having to search your character sheet and use an ability, it should just have buttons for you, which is a big thing.
Fantasygrounds.com?
Mm-hmm. And the main reason it would help me is because it's basically half the cost to buy all the stuff through Fantasy Grounds versus Roll20. So you pay $150 up front, or like right now on Steam, it's like $70 because it's on sale for a lifetime subscription to it. Whereas if I want to get a subscription to Roll20, it's going to cost me $10 a month forever.
Nice.
So after I hit 15 months, I would be paying more for Roll20. And then also the books are half the price in Fantasy Grounds versus Roll20.
Okay. So
So-
it's a web application or something?
It's, yeah, and you can get it through Steam too.
Okay.
So
How would that work with the tablet?
that's the problem, yeah. We would need to find a way to get everybody on computer. So just, it was mainly a thing for kind of Nathan and his buddies to be thinking about if there's a way for them to do that. If not, we'll keep doing Roll20 and it'll keep being kind of janky, but if we can eventually get everyone on computer, then Fantasy Grounds would be so much better. It'll cut my prep time in like half. Plus, I won't have these moments of like, let me get back over to the giant badger and let me get his character sheet. It like will let you have multiple tabs of all the character sheets just in the game.
That's cool.
So I don't have to like separate tab over here on this monitor, separate tab on this monitor, separate tab on this monitor, and do that stuff. So yeah.
Who's left? Oh, Nate left.
Oh, did he?
Oh, and he's back.
Hello?
Welcome back.
I don't know what happened.
So do we want to plan for the same time next week, 8 to 10?
Yeah, except I won't be asleep this time, so.
You're good.
I'll talk to them and get back to you.
Okay. Just let
Depends.
let me know. At the very least, we'll play with us four if we have to. I mean, like I said, I want it to be kind of a drop in and drop out is a possibility type of thing. So, but if we go like 4 or 5 weeks and they aren't playing, then I'm just gonna assume they aren't playing at that point.
No, yeah.
So
They would have been here. They like the games got running behind them.
Mhm.
They went to tournament. They got like literally 2 hours behind because I think one of the games went like 4 overtimes or something.
Yeah.
So they would have been here. But
and if that's the way it is for basketball season, like it's probably gonna be them dropping in and dropping out. If you want, you can tell them, you know, we'll play this and then we'll get you guys in whenever basketball season's over or whatever, you know.
yeah.
So just talk to them about what it looks like for them. I just don't want them to miss out on a whole bunch, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because then I mean we'll just have to catch them up and be like, hey, everybody did this without you. We went back to the shore and you got kicked off the boat and now you're with the party.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah, I mean there's ways to do it. It's just if it goes like a lot of sessions without them playing, they're gonna be so confused as to what's going on.
Right.
So, yeah, 8 to 10 work for you, James?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll plan on same time next week then.
I like Friday too because I don't really go to the gym on Friday. So.
Works for me. Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays work for me. So, if we ever want to change it to any of those days. But I think you said weeknights only work for you, right?
What?
Weeknights only work for you, is that correct?
That's the most time I'm free.
Okay.
is Weeknights 8 to 10 is usually the best. I can go until midnight, but I typically go to bed at midnight on weeknights.
Okay, well, we'll plan on 8 to 10, and then if we go over, if you guys are having fun and you decide you want to, we'll go over. We'll just do it that way.
I just didn't want to plan until midnight because then we'll go over and I'll be up past my bedtime.
Yeah, and John, I think, will, because it'll be 11 his time, which I think is when he likes to go to bed, so he'll probably be 8 to 10 every night. So,
Yeah.
if we do end up wanting to keep going without him, we'll have to drop him out like we did kind of tonight. So, all right.
Since you're streaming, I need to ask you: is my vaping bothering you, or do I need to go to push to talk?
No, it doesn't bother me.
Okay, cool.
I am going to...
I didn't want to put a bunch of in your stream, you know.
You're good. Me and Terry started playing D&D. Terry is DMing this campaign. Cool. That's fun.
Hey, good job tonight.
Thanks, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning.
You're doing great for a first timer.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb's doing great for his first time. And he's never played before, but he's DMing. Like, that's pretty impressive.
Dude, I've watched so much shit.
That's what you got to do, though. It's all about how much you prepare and how much you study.
Yeah, and I was 100% over-prepared. I didn't realize what 2 hours of content would be. I thought it was going to be a lot quicker.
It'll start going faster the more they learn the game.
The whole goblin thing took a lot longer than I expected. I assumed you guys were either going to just freaking murder them and walk on through, or talk to them and peace out.
To be fair, one of us wanted to.
True.
I wanted to fight him.
And the other thing, too, just to give you guys a little peek behind the curtain, I did not expect you to go to the South City. I left it open. I left it completely sandbox on that. Like, I let you guys do what you wanted to do, but that's not the city I expected you to go to. So, I was kind of improving a little bit on that one.
You did a good job, man.
Like with, what's his name? Shatter. I was not prepared to do his dialogue.
I like that you even, like, tried to give specific voices to some of them.
I try. I'm not very good at voices, but I'm gonna try my best throughout the campaign to do them. So.
The way I look at it, you're not a voice actor, so I don't expect professional shit from you. So it does help when role playing if there's a little bit of a difference at least.
Yeah, and sometimes I'll go in and out whenever I'm trying to think about what they would say. Sometimes it'll happen where I go in and out. So it won't always be in voice. I did that with the Strangle guy. I did his voice for like the first little bit, and then I went out of it when I was trying to think about what he was actually thinking. So, yeah. You guys went to the murder hobo camp. I wasn't prepared for you guys to go to the murder hobo camp. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, surely they're going to go to the one that they think is safe. But I didn't take into the account that you guys didn't trust the goblins. Oh, that's funny.
To be fair, I trusted the goblins until you said, "Are you sure you want to believe them?" And I was like, "You right."
I gotta throw in the twist a little bit, man. I can't just make it be like, this is the good place, this is the bad place. So.
I'm the kind of player who trusts until maimed, so in most situations, unless it's like something horrible, like I'm not gonna trust a lich, you know. But
yeah.
But like some goblins are totally willing to deal with you, so.
Yeah, because I mean, if I had the like other books, like goblins are a playable race, like in certain ones. So.
Pretty much anything that doesn't just draw their weapon and start attacking me immediately, I'm gonna try to talk to. So.
Which is good for this campaign. That's what I want you guys to do. It's gonna be pretty obvious though that some things you can't talk to, like the badger.
I didn't even try. It was like, combat begins, let's go.
Yeah, unless you have a druid or a ranger, which you have neither of, then beasts are probably just going to always be encounters.
Good thing we didn't have a ranger. We had 3 pet badgers in the party.
3 giant badgers. Animal bonding, animal bonding. I want you to tame this, and I want you to tame this, and I want you to tame this.
Rangers are so OP in woodland campaigns.
Yeah, a ranger would have been really good for this setting. That's why I didn't want to give it to you guys before you made your characters. I didn't want your characters to be based around where we were.
If we were led by a ranger that had a forest as their natural environment, we could have literally moved through the forest at full speed without worrying about ambush.
Yep. You would have been completely fine for encounters. You could have just walked through the Lonely Wood and not had any of the encounter tables where I set up a 10 monster encounter table.
No, thank you. I like how it says bonding time.
Yeah, this is my just chillin' screen. I didn't know what else to set it to because I don't. I should do some politics stuff, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow night.
I have to make an account on Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, you should be able to just make a demo one though.
Freaking done.
I'm sorry.
Triggered.
You had to make one for Roll20. We probably aren't gonna switch to that unless everyone can be on computer. It's just a thought for the future because it doesn't have an app. Granted, it doesn't seem like Nathan's having the best experience on the tablet.
Oh, it's trash.
You might think about coming here then and using my other laptop.
Driving for like 2 hours.
Well, I gotta be down here with them too.
What?
I've got to be down here with them too. You know.
If I knew your internet was good enough, I wouldn't mind to bring my computer and stuff, but it's not. Your internet's not good enough to stream.
No.
I would only be able to record at that point. So. And I think I want to stream this. It's fun.
Yeah, don't come here to stream. No, God, no.
I like how it's asking me a random question about D&D.
Fantasy Grounds?
Yeah, when I'm creating my account, it's like, random question. A beholder and a Tarrasque get into a fight. Who would win the battle?
The Tarrasque, right?
Obviously.
I was gonna say I thought it was the higher level.
Yeah, it's literally the highest threat monster in the book.
I think you told me that. I need to get Volo's Guide to Monsters and Xanthar's Guide to Everything, and there's another one. There's another monster one.
Guess what I got for Christmas?
What?
My mom gave me a collector's edition Dungeon Master set with the blind and 2 or 3 of the books.
That's dope. You can DM then.
I'm not so good at storytelling.
I like that part of it. Like, I'm enjoying making everything. I just wish it didn't take so much time. That's why I want Fantasy Grounds, because it just make it so much easier on me. The main thing is it would save me so much money, because I would insta-buy the perma membership, and I would insta-buy the essentials, and have all the books for all the monsters. I would have Xanthar's, I would have 3 books I have now, I would have Volo's Guide to Monsters, and then the other monster one, which I can't think of what its name is right now. What's the other one called? MTF. Can't remember.
Okay.
Cool. Well, if we do decide that, you'll already have an account then. What is MTF? I can't think of what it's called. What? Okay. People think that I mean male to female whenever I'm looking this up. That Google search didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. Oh, here it is. Mordenkainen's or Kainen's Tome of Foes.
Mordenkainen.
Yeah. I want that one, and I want Volo's Guide to Monsters and Xanthar's Guide to Everything. And then I would pretty much have everything I need for us to have as many possibilities. Outside of that, it's just if we decide we want to run scripted encounters or scripted adventures. But I don't think we really want to do that.
So the thing about scripted adventures is if the DM is good at improvising, it's better and more fun to run a non-scripted adventure.
Mm-hmm.
But if the DM is inexperienced and not very good at improvising, then scripted adventure is going to be better. But you're good at improvising, it seems.
That's why I want to do it the way that we're doing it, because I think it makes me get better at that stuff, which I think will be better for me in the long run. Plus, I didn't know if you had played any of the scripted adventures, so I didn't, like, whenever I first started wanting to play, I didn't know if you played any of them, so I didn't want to, like, pick one you had played.
I've played like 7 of them.
Yeah.
There's so many that the chances are low, and honestly, there's a lot of chances for things to change within the scripted adventures.
Yeah. It's true. It seems like the way they make them, you can make them sandboxy so that you don't have to actually follow quest to quest to quest that they have. And you can take pieces that you want to use and pieces you don't want to use and stuff like that too, it seems. So, I'm having fun. As long as you guys are having fun, I'm good. I enjoyed trying to pretend to be Shatter. And trying to pretend to be the goblins. He did go through and take notes on stuff that happened.
This thing runs really slow.
The Fantasy Grounds one?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I mean, I like it a lot, but it's like really slow.
Yeah. That's the thing. I would probably demo it and everything before I bought it just to see, to make sure it worked okay. Because if it's slow, that is a problem.
Yeah, who knows?
It's just frustrating that Roll20 is like double the price.
Yeah.
Because I like Roll20. I think it works really well.
Okay. Well, back to whatever game I was playing.
Yeah, I don't really have a game I want to play. I'm just kind of chilling.
Age of Wonders, that's what I'm playing.
I have politics stuff I want to do, but I think I'll do it tomorrow night. I don't think I want to do it tonight. I don't really have a game I want to play either. I might just end, honestly. And then just chill. Yep, I think that's going to be it for the stream. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you have a good rest of your night. And I'll be streaming tomorrow night. Going to be talking about politics. I'll probably pick a game to play on Sunday. Probably going to have one politics stream, one D&D stream, and then one just like chill gaming stream every week. That's going to be the goal. I won't always stream 3 times a week. It depends on kind of how the week goes. Other than that, follow any social stuff. I don't think my commands work right now, so I'm not going to worry about them. And join the Discord. Thanks, guys. Bye.